Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think it can give way more means to actually sit through things, or sit down and actually properly plan out things for other bigger projects, or give me time to do other things in general.
Right, yeah.
Let me go find the actual stream so I can share it. I don't want to go there. Why did I go there? Oh my god, I would have the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Copy link. Need to see this. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's sent there. Let's send this out to the Discord. Yeah. Anything you've been watching lately?
Um, just One Piece. Yeah, because yeah, I've been trying to get back into that. I took like a maybe like a month break off of that.
Mm.
Um, but I'm back onto it now. So
What arc you got
that's
on right now?
Punk Hazard.
Ah.
Yeah.
Punk Hazard. Yeah, that was the second arc after they returned.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that one was like a nice arc, but like a nice buffer arc before you get to like the other Dressrosa coming up after it.
Yeah. I mean it's like it what can I say? It's like so from going from like Fishman Island to this is like I don't know. It's just like not. It's not as good. Really, it's not as good.
Mm.
Um, even though like I feel like really there was like zero weight with the villains per
Mm.
se. With both arcs so far, it's just more like, oh, I get to see Jinbei. Oh, I get to see Law, and that's the cool part.
Yeah, really. It's nice to see them, but at the end of the day, with Punk Hazard, it's like I don't know. There are some standout moments that are just funny to me, like when the crew like swap bodies and such. Like that's funny, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
about
that
it.
was. I
Or
was
like
like,
Luffy fucking with
oh.
Law. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's I'm like I feel like I think I'm near the end of it, almost near the end of it, that
Mm.
arc, but it's like they're like, oh, this nigga Law, and like he actually scales, like damn, like he's actually scales.
Yeah, he got the broken shit and all. The fact that he can take your heart out and keep you, but still keep you alive, and you're just at the mercy of whatever he wants. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like, Jesus.
Are we
Yeah,
live?
yeah.
Great,
We
great, 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 great.
went live like 4 minutes ago.
All right, cool, cool.
But yeah, I, th- I did enjoy Punk Hazard definitely for the start of the alliance, more or less. I think I just spoiled that for you, actually.
Well, I know that yeah, I know that that's a thing already. I'm just more interested in like, cause niggas keep saying like the worst generation and shit, and it's like, what does that actually mean in like the grander sense?
Mm, yeah, I kind of speculated it could be the top dogs calling them or particularly the rich, old rich, are calling like the younger generation the worst on the basis of like, yeah, we really hate that fact that y'all are rebelling against us. possibly.
Right.
Uh, like, but could be something else.
Yeah.
What was I looking for? Yeah. Yeah, but I really did enjoy like the dynamic between Luffy and Law, just because Law was so serious and Luffy's just fucking around so much. He's and at some point he's like he started to slip with them.
Yeah. I think it's I just like I like Law's character so far. I think it's just like really cool. He got a lot of aura with him.
Or yeah, basically. It was funny, like the way he came in onto the scene before they like got split up and everything. Like
Hmm.
like he seemed so different. Like he had such a cocky smile and just felt like such a like he just always had a chip on his shoulder and ain't nobody about to fuck with him. You know what I mean? But now it's like
Yeah.
he's just a lot more cold and serious. After the return, it's like what the fuck. But I think it's because Oda admitted that originally it's like he didn't know what to do with with them when he first introduced them, and then he's like,
Hmm.
okay, now I know. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna go, and that's why there was such a change. What was that? That's what it is. Yeah. How's the chat looking? Uh, I was just thinking how Christo, shout outs to Christo. Man, I was just thinking how I wanted to hear your thoughts on these D23 drops. Ooh, I have to oblige on that. Red 508 said Stitch said the N word, yeah. That was the one trailer I think I saw, only because it was just a small little like bumper announcement to say, yeah, here's the first look at Stitch. And like, man, it's
I just I'm not really I'm not too abrasive to when it comes to like the live action remakes anymore.
mm,
Because I really enjoyed the live action like Little Mermaid. Um but I think that for Lilo and Stitch to be my favorite 2D animated Disney, I hope that it is good. I hope that
you said for that to be
yeah.
your first.
Well, no, I'm
Oh,
saying like the Lilo and Stitch is like my favorite 2D
oh
Disney.
yeah.
Like shit. So it's like this is like I hope that the live action thing is actually good.
Mm. Look, I'm gonna just be real. I have no faith. like,
Look, you gotta go in with like lowered expectations, but also that like this is just gonna be a fun movie, you know? It's like this is just a silly little movie that hopefully is the same and not like anything dumb.
the thing is, I'd rather it be a little I would rather it be different. You know, that way it could stand more on its own versus just letting it be like a carbon copy of the original. Like I kind of prefer when it's like, oh no, this is not the original you got. This is something just slightly off from it, or it feels like its own thing at least. You know,
The
I'm trying
only
to.
thing, the things that I liked is like, so it's with the Little Mermaid, the live action thing is that I love that they expanded on the movie a lot more than what they did with the original.
Hmm.
Um, I think I liked those aspects of it with what they expanded on.
Hmm.
I feel like with like Lilo and Stitch, there's at least with my opinion, I feel like you could expand a lot more with the backstory of like their parents and stuff and how it led to what the situation that they're in currently.
Hmm.
um because I feel like it's in the original movie it's just kind of like, oh, their parents aren't around anymore, and then like 5 minutes later, we're back to the movie.
See, if it did try to tap more into Lilo and Nani's like parents and the relationship, then I'd be a bit more for it if they do that. But that's the problem with these remakes. They don't push themselves like that. Like The Beauty and the Beast, like they sort of touch a little bit upon Belle's mom, but not
Hmm.
too much, you know? And it's just like mm, if you actually touched upon that, you'd have more of a unique film. But it just said, nah, just a light sprinkling here and there just to remind you that it's in there, but we're not really gonna dive into it too much, or it's not gonna play too much of a role in this character story because it still has to hit the regular plot beats of the original. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, it's just kind of my thing with these remakes is that they don't push themselves as far as they should, and a lot of them feel like when they try to, they kind of drop the ball a lot. I think,
Yeah.
yeah. But
I hope that they can just slowly improve over time.
I would hope so. Or my biggest thing is I just want them to make more original animated movies. Like,
That's also a thing, yeah.
I'm tired of remakes,
Obviously,
man. I'm
obviously,
like, give me something.
you're saying the loud part out loud, like.
I'm like, so many remakes and sequels that's like, we don't need more of this. But I mean, people want it, you know. So what can you do? But
Like, yeah, okay, people are gonna love the Toy Story 5. People are gonna love what was the other one that they announced? Or The Incredibles 3. People are gonna love Incredibles 3. It's like, uh, obviously, oh yeah, make another sequel, like type shit. Like,
yeah, Incredibles I can sort of understand because you know superheroes are a hot commodity and people kind of wanted that to be a franchise. Let's be real about what is with this thing and trying to send so many
well, yeah,
ads.
it's good because it like you can there's with that whole story and with The Incredibles being like my favorite movie ever, right?
Mm,
That whole universe has such a crazy like lore behind it that you can expand upon so much. And you see that like with the comics that they did, like with the movie, but like you can expand on that universe so much. You can go back into the past, you can go into the future, you can, I mean, tell so many more stories in the present. And it's like it should have been a much more broader universe at this point, but
mm,
I just don't think the idea was probably recognized as soon as what people wanted.
right.
Um, so
Yeah. Like it was one of those things where it's like they definitely should have struck while the iron was hot, but Pixar originally wasn't about sequels and all that. You know, they were always
hmm
like, let's get to the next new thing, you know, and it was admirable, but then we finally get into the sequels, and some are fine, some are actually good. And but we get to Incredibles 2 and then everyone's expecting it to be like Toy Story where it's like, oh, the kids grow up and all that, but they're like, no, let's just go right to 5 minutes after the first movie. Which I don't know. I honestly kind of appreciated that because they know it's like we didn't get a lot of the family, and so let's
hmm
give us more of that family and see how they are and in everything, especially when they switch up the dynamic. Because Bob, we never really got to see him hang with Dash and Violet like that,
right, yeah.
so that was
And
it was fun to see that.
I know like it was like a big thing like with Brad Bird, like he was I guess trying to figure out like how to continue with the story to see like how he would do a sequel,
Mm,
or the story that he would tell with it.
right.
Um, and it's like it for the movie that we got for the Incredibles 2 movie that we got, it's like this is like the most sequel-esque movie sequel that like that I've ever seen. The movie's still great. I love The Incredibles 2, but um it's like this is like really formulaic
mm,
of a sequel. Like it's okay, like instead of on this, like focusing on Bob, we're gonna focus on Helen type shit. It's like, okay.
Hey man, no one was complaining when they were focusing more on Helen. I'll just say that.
And that's look, and that's look, look. That's what I'm saying. I love The Incredibles too.
Hey, we all love The Incredibles too. Onigiri saying amen. Oh man, but I can see what your point is, because I will admit the biggest thing I did have problem was the villain. It's like it really is a case of whack motivation for Screenslaver, because it was like, okay, so you're mad at the supers because your dad relied on the supers at a time when he should have just called the cops, or more or less gotten to a safe room. That's where what he should have done. In fact, why wasn't a phone in the safe room? It's a safe room. It's supposed to have a phone.
It's like it's a combination of that and then also how insanely predictable the villain was. Like,
Right.
or the reveal of the villain was.
I would have loved
Because
if
it's
they
just
just kept it as that dude in the
yeah,
mask.
just the dude in the mask, exactly. Yeah,
Like, he had the
like
personality. He was he was creepy and eerie enough that it's like, ooh, who is this guy? Like, he ain't no
yeah.
syndrome. Let's see where does he go. It's like, oh no, it's just a pissed off, disgruntled family member who wants revenge. I'm like,
And it's like, yeah, and it's like the bad thing about it is that I know the character, I know who she is as a character, but I can't even remember her name. I can't even
you're
remember
not
her name.
wrong. I only remember Screenslaver, like the villain name. I don't
Like,
even.
yeah, but what is her name? Like,
It's because it's that old trend from like the superhero or like a lot of fantastical movies and kids movies in general, where they have like these fantastical characters go against like businessmen.
yeah,
It was such a weird trend all the time, and it's like, why? What makes you think kids care about these businessmen? Like with Syndrome, he's a evil businessman and over the top. He's still a super villain though. You know, he dresses in the costume, he acts all bombastic and such. So there was something interesting. Or at the very least, if we had weird businessmen to deal with, like say in like Looney Tunes Back in Action with Steve Martin's character, he's a bombastic businessman. But this is just evil business person who has a hatred towards a group of people that really didn't do shit to them. Like, really? Like, she in Eden's Blue, I think he said her name was Evelyn, which
Evelyn. That makes sense. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
it sounds very uninteresting. Sorry to all the Evelyns out there. It's just because it's like it really it's like everything else in the movie I really was enjoying, you know, but you get to Screenslaver and it's like, ah, if only you just stuck to a plain villain. I just want a plain villain. Like, we need to get back to that. I get we're in this new era of like understanding backstory of villains and figuring out why they are the way they are, but I'm of the belief we need to have some people who are like, we may understand why they're the way they are, but they love being the way they are, you know, to showcase, yeah, they're still villains. We're not supposed, sometimes they're not meant to be redeemed. Sometimes they're just meant to be seen as the bad guy who needs to go to jail, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh. I gotta change this property for this. No. I'm trying to make sure this thing sends messages faster. Okay. There we go. Ugh. But yeah. Onigiri, yeah, we need more villains like Jack Horner, just an unapologetic bad guy. That's what I love about Puss in Boots. Like, Jack, they had multiple villains in it, and you had redeemable ones, but you also had Jack, who was just the worst of the worst. He's never meant to be seen to be as a good guy, and I was like, good, thank you. And he's fucking hammy as hell. I was like, you couldn't get a better villain. Like, he's probably the best showcase of a new modern day villain, thankfully.
Hey, but then you have like the other people that, or you have like the other side that gets catered to as well, because death is hot.
Death is hot. Death is hot. You heard it on here on stream first, folks. Death is hot. Oh, but yeah. But D23 is come and gone, and we are definitely gonna look through all. We're gonna look through all these trailers that they drop. We're only looking through the official ones because I don't want this stream to get clapped because of copyright for looking at the stuff that's only supposed to be shown at the event. You know, what you get?
My fault. That was a
Getting
timer.
a
My
call
fault. I
from
didn't.
Starfleet.
No,
That sounded like
that
a
was my
like some
that
Star
was my
Trek thing.
timer on my phone. That's my timer on my phone.
But yeah, but I do want to say before we get into the trailers, I just want to give a bit of a channel update about where I'm taking the channel in the going forward. So I've been trying to do video essays and writing them and editing them and everything. But as I've been trying to make them, I've started coming to the conclusion I think it's not working out the best the way I've been going at it. And like my way has always been something comes out, I watch it, and then I either give a first impression about it or I find a thesis about it and write something on it. But with the way things have been lately in animation with or in news even in events, it's I can't really keep up with using the video essay format because by the time the video's out, the topic that the video's on becomes passe, and YouTube will just be like, "Sorry, it seems like everyone doesn't care," so the video doesn't get passed around, doesn't even get shown to subscribers, which that's a whole nother problem. But so I've been thinking so much about how I've been missing out on a lot of major events, even in animation, be it the regular industry scene or the indie scene even. And I've been wanting to be able to talk about things I wanted to be able to talk about things once they happen or more in recent memory versus seeing it and then waiting like weeks and possibly a month or months or so before actually getting a video out on it. So moving forward, I'm choosing to now do more live streaming. I want to be able to talk about subjects a lot faster, and I think live streaming is the best route to take. Now, with this, I'm pretty sure people are wondering: does that mean video essays entirely are done? Not necessarily, but I will say they might take a lot longer before they come out, and that's if I can build a proper thesis on a subject matter. So right now, they will come out if and when I can think of something and when I can make it. But for now, I want to do more live streaming because I think it allows me to be more engaged with you guys, with my subscribers, and I think it's going to be easier for me to be able to talk about things. I'm going to be uploading like clips from the streams and putting them on like this on the main channel. So when I'm talking about a subject, it can be more in the mindset, because I understand a lot of people watch this channel for what my thoughts on certain subjects. It's a mix of wanting to see my particular thoughts, and a particular subject. So I think with live streaming and clipping them, I can get to these subjects a lot faster. What is going on, YouTube? Like, I am blocking so many ads because they keep trying to run them. I'm like, chill. But I digress. This is just a move that I think will allow for more content and more to be pushed out, and you guys to be able to get more of my thoughts right away versus waiting so long before everything becomes so passe. I can be more in the now about things. So I'm hoping you all are okay with this transition, and I'm happy to fill any questions you might have, any concerns if you have any. Hopefully there are none, but yeah, it's just something I think would be a much better experience for the channel in order to keep things alive and to keep things fresh versus just taking too much time to write an essay that chances are doesn't do well because YouTube didn't want to push it out. So, yeah. So, just happy to fill any questions you might be having about the subject. But yeah, moving forward, we're more a live streaming channel. And as we stream today, I can go over like any certain plans on how I plan on doing the streams. Like the biggest thing is I might keep to the schedule. I might keep to a new schedule of Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. Just 2 days a week for now. In terms of letterboxes, that's probably going to be moved towards either Tuesdays or Thursdays, and I'll just the thumbnail you see will tell you if we're or the title and thumbnail you see when I do stream will tell you if we're doing a letterbox or not. I'm gonna keep it more to sometimes we do a letterbox, sometimes we don't, because sometimes we see movies or sometimes it's like we need to let some movies build up, like Kiwi's just going through his pinwheel, right? Or like to catch up on some movies.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's like as we're all working and doing other things, it's like, damn, I can't can't watch a movie right now. I gotta focus on other things. So like with it being a bit more spontaneous, but I will let you know when it happens. It will allow us to catch up and fill our letterboxes more. So yeah. What's from Onigiri? That sounds good, man. Ain't never any shame in evolving as a creator and trying new things that reflect how you want to deliver that content. Oh, thanks, Onigiri. Eating cool's like cool with that. And hi, CH Animates. Man, I'm cool with whatever you do. I enjoy hearing your takes and opinions on things, whether that's in a video essay or a live stream. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just think live streaming can work better. I'm gonna also try to do more reviews through live stream, so I'll watch a bunch of shows and then come onto a live stream, like how I did with the Scott Pilgrim and what was the name of that show? Well, and the Fiona and Cake and the Castlevania Nocturne. Captain Laserhawk, that was the one with Rayman. Yeah, I'm gonna basically be doing talking tunes, but I might not call it talking tunes. Still workshopping names and on that, but overall, main TV shows or movie reviews. Well, TV shows and some movie reviews, like live action movies, will mainly be like streams and clips and highlights from the streams. Like that's mainly where those are going. But movie thoughts will continue. I will keep the movie thoughts going because sometimes the movie comes out and I really liked it, and I can easily get something out pretty quickly on that. So I'll keep movie thoughts going, but for most of the time, this is more going to be a live streaming based channel. So yeah, glad to get that announced to everybody. I also want to announce that all live streams previously are now moved over to the Streams of Thought channel, which let me actually get to that channel too. That is the secondary channel that basically is going to host all my live streams from the past now. All of them have been moved over, and so you can enjoy them there. Let me get to that channel. That's not the right channel. But yeah, just want to get to it, and I'll get to the next scene. Okay.
It's 8 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
What the shit?
No, it is actually.
Oh, it's something playing. Oh, I thought D'Angelo was in here. I'm sorry. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the shit? When did D'Angelo get here? But yeah, this is the new channel with all the old live streams now. I just finished putting all the letterbox streams on here. So if ever y'all want to go here, I'll put it in the chat for y'all. And this also this live stream I think will also be put on that channel. So if you're gonna want to look for the VOD for this this stream in particular, it'll be on that secondary channel. Okay. All right. But now with all that said, we can get into some D23 trailers, and what better one to start off with than the Snow White trailer?
I love Snow White. I definitely have watched the original movie.
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
Hey, come on, man. I recently watched. The funny thing is, I recently watched Snow White. I never seen the original, so I was going on like a rewatch or trying to like doing a first watch of like all these old Disney movies, and watching it. I think it's a genuine masterpiece. It's a classic for a reason. Like, I think it actually works in a way where I mean, it's obvious. It's straight up fairy tale. It is the purest form of a fairy tale. It very much is just trying to say this. It's going to give you your happily ever after all the crap you've dealt with, and I think it's genuinely a animation marvel with the way it was done. Like, it's genuinely nice to look at. It's such a pretty movie. But I also recognize it's Disney's first animated movie, and it's a little rough around the edges in terms of its datedness. But it's still a classic. So I don't know, this teaser trailer, which I think I just showed you technically through the thumbnail. I don't know. I really do not have a lot of faith in these remakes like that. But let's dive into this. Oh, also let me share this.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Just realize that. Share screen. There we go. Okay. Snow White. Before we go anywhere, Sonic Boom. Like, this gave me Sonic Boom flashbacks, like when they first announced the redesigns. They showed like their shadows against the cliff. Like, this angle just feels like it.
Is that deer's not real?
You know it's not. None of them animals are real.
Look at
Disney using animals. Come on.
Look in like the starting shot of the trailer that like the deer looked back at the camera, and I thought that was really funny.
Oh God. Nathaniel Fogle says, "How long until they do Atlantis?" I honestly would not be against a remake of Atlantis if they actually touched upon some of the flaws of Atlantis. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that movie, but there were some flaws. Like, I think the villain needed to have a bit more to him, or at the very least could have just not been a villain. I don't know. That's obviously changing the story a lot, but I don't know. His motivation was just, I want money, and even though he was already going to be rich, it's like, that's all I really want, just more money. Come on, man. But back to it.
So, whistle while you work.
I'm gonna just be real. That haircut ain't doing it.
Is that not like similar to the haircut that she has?
Is it? What is this?
Yeah.
Even putting side by side.
It's like it's just an
maybe
old,
if she had the bow, maybe that's why.
The bow would do a lot.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because otherwise, she just looks like
I was trying to figure out. I was trying to remember her name. Rachel Ziegler. Yeah, forgot about that. She was in that new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah, this is what
she
it's
was really good.
That cut was kind of reminding me a little of this.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I almost like because it's just straight down for this one, and she has the other, and she has the poofs here, but oh no, man. It's like, yeah, it's just if you have it needs an accessory. That's what it needs. It just needs an accessory to like balance it, but not being a dickhead, I guess. Not the Russian lady from Crystal Skull.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest?
Of course, we gotta get fucking Zionist evil queen, which feels fitting.
That was
Sorry, y'all.
That was a cool trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked away for a bit, but yeah, deer. Oh, it's Bambi. They're crossing over. Holy shit.
Is the deer evil? Cause he had red eyes.
Did he?
Yeah. And for a second, no. Keep going back. Like.
Oh yeah,
right
what
there.
the? Yeah, wait a minute. This is horrifying.
Almost looked like a FNAF animatronic, but about.
Yeah, nah. What the fuck? What? Why were they doing this? Why do they do that? It's a deer. It's just a little deer. It's Bambi. Like, why we gotta make Bambi look bad? But yeah, no. There we go.
The apple makes her sleep, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like Sleeping Beauty or not. I haven't watched either movie, so.
Sleeping Beauty was like pricked her finger on a pinwheel. Yeah.
And that's what makes her sleep?
Yeah, because of Maleficent's curse. But
Truth. Anyways.
Hey man, Maleficent was petty.
Anyways, I like the queen's her costume. I think that looks really cool.
Yeah,
I think they looked pretty good. That
yeah,
looks
it's
hard.
That's hard. Not bad. Like I do like the fact that it does cover up her whole head and everything. Like that is good. I'm not gonna fake. Like it just gives that real evil, like a slick evilness to it.
Yeah, that's hard. I like that.
Yeah, like, I think, I don't know, because it's going to be so weird, because the way Snow White was made, it was very much made in a way of, we're trying to showcase animation, just what animation can do, you know? It has a lot of moments of characters just dancing around and moving and such, just to showcase how animation works, or not how it works, but just to showcase the animation, and like, this movie is going to have a lot of gaps it would have to fill on that front. Because, let's be real, it's about to be a fucking 2-hour movie. It's just like it always is. But, like, so it's a question of, like, how are they going to fill in all that time?
So I think it's really interesting coming from my standpoint of just looking at this. Because Rachel Ziegler, she was in the newest, like, Hunger Games movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why she looked familiar to me.
Right, yeah, and she did really good in her role. And the movie was actually like pretty like musical. And she did like really roll. She sung like a lot in that movie as well.
Yeah.
And she was really good. So I think that like, I don't know. This automatically gives me like this like she might be eating with this role. Like she might eat. So
Yeah, that's the one thing in terms of like legacy to live up to in terms of the songs. I mean, the most notable song people remember from Snow White is the "Hi Ho, Hi Hey," like the dwarves song. That's about it. And even rewatching it, it's like, damn, I do not remember a lot of the songs other than the dwarves. So she's already working from the standpoint of like it should be easy for you to like surpass the original, or at the very least match the original, because it's very indicative of the times. Like it sounds old. The original sounds so old.
Yeah, and are they gonna like adapt it to a newer, like, I guess, group of people that are seeing this movie? Like the music, I guess.
Yeah, that is the question. I would hope they. Of course, I don't think they do anything pop oriented. My only worry was like, fucking from if they did the shit like they did in Beauty and the Beast, where with the auto tune, but that was just because Emma Watson couldn't sing. Why did they get her for that movie, man? Like they got a British woman to play a French person. Like who was thinking? Who was at the casting chair, bro? Like dang. Uh, let's see. It's art with words. This is fine, and the move to have actors and actresses of color take on these roles is always welcome to me. But I wonder why they made this to your current animation. Why they made this to your current animation take? Oh, yeah. Uh, I don't. I don't really get it. I mean, I don't know. I can understand it because the original is so old. Like they don't re-air it a lot just on that basis. It's like only it's basically by the point of only boomers remember that movie. And but granted they don't show a lot of the old the first three Disney movies like that. But I don't know. Here's the hoping, they don't pull a fucking Lion King where it's just exactly the original too much. And my biggest thing I would hope for is they still understand the concept of just going through so much hell but coming out with getting to that happily ever after. No matter what, it's like it's all about getting the happily ever after and not trying to over explain anything, or because Kiwi, have you seen a Cinderella remake?
You think
What is that?
I come on now. I haven't watched come on now.
I saw that. I saw that shit in theaters, and like,
Was it good?
there were certain aspects that were good. They improved on the Prince because the Prince didn't get a lot of time dedicated to him, but he didn't get a lot of time dedicated to him, but it was at the cost of now Cinderella is kind of underdeveloped. Like Cinderella got to a point where she just has no real agency. Like in the original, like she had an attitude. She got fed up with all the hard work she had to put up with her evil stepmom and her sisters. But in the new one, she they just make her such a stepping stool, man. Like she'll just dance. Like when she's locked in her room, instead of actually trying to break out and make noise to make it clear that she's here, when the prince comes by to fit the shoes, like she just dances. She dances, just and lets all her little woodland friends like do all the work to save her. I'm like, oh, no, y'all messed that up. So I'm hoping this doesn't do something on that front where it tries to do more in a way, but it somehow takes away from the original meaning. That's the biggest concern with it for me. Like, I don't know, because watching the original at 29, that was my first literally watching it then. It's like I should feel like this has massive problems, but by the time it got to that end when Snow White was like revived by Prince Charming and everything, it's like, oh no, I get it. I totally get it. I understand why this is a classic. It makes absolute perfect damn sense.
So you're like, okay, so I'm really showing just how like uninformed I am about these classic Disney movies.
Mm.
So like Prince Charming is a Snow White thing.
I'm trying.
Because I thought it was a
It's either
Sleeping
no,
Beauty
he might be
thing.
Sleeping Beauty, but I think I
Okay.
confused him because I try to remember the prince's name in Snow White, but I forget because a lot of these Disney princes bleed into each other. You know, if it ain't Aladdin or Navi, it's hard to remember the princes.
Right.
But yeah,
Either way, I think look, hopefully hopefully this movie is just like at least good. Like it's not like terrible.
yeah, that's the biggest hope. I doubt if this Snow White remake will be good from Blitz Demon Gamer. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, Prince Charming is Cinderella. Prince Philip is Sleeping Beauty. Oh, okay.
Okay. So who's the prince in Snow White?
The prince.
Is there a prince in Snow White?
There is. Like, he does show up to like save the day. But he's like he's like even more perfect example of like, oh, this is a Disney prince. Like, this man showed the fuck up out of nowhere to save the day. He kind of rolled up. It's like, oh, okay, I guess this is our guy to save the day. Cool. Whatever. Like, you just have to admit, it's like, it's a fairy tale. It's trying to be deep cut fairy tale. Can't blame it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, it's funny. I like it.
Onigiri says, wasn't the prince just called the prince in Snow White? Maybe. Yeah, I can see it, honestly, because there's nothing to really remember that much about him. Huh. I doubt if the Mufasa prequel will be good, and I've hated 2019 Lion King remake. Everyone hates that fucking thing. Hey, what's next? Let's do Moana 2. Now,
The TV show turned movie.
why you had to remind me? I was trying to have a good time, and you just reminded me of that bullshit. Damn it! I forgot. Yeah, because it is very much it is very much a TV show being turned into a movie, sort of like how that Atlantis Milo's Return. If y'all remember that, like that was 3 episodes of a pilot. Or that was 3 episodes of a TV show they were trying to do that they just combined into a movie. And I mean, I don't know how this is about to turn out. It looks like movie quality. So, you know,
I mean, I think I'm of the. I think that like so Moana is Moana Pixar or is it just Disney?
Disney.
Okay, so I mean, I'm of the thought that like whether or not it was gonna be a TV show, it was gonna look good either way. Like, so I hope that it just looks like if they got more money to make it look better because they were turning it into a movie, that it looks better than what it was going to.
Right.
Which I mean, from the little preview that you're showing off to the stream, I think that looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, we can dive right into this. I do want to say though before we start, a little bit of thoughts on the first Moana. I like the first Moana. I really enjoyed it. I've only seen it once though, but I like the fact that I think it was Disney's first princess, like actual princess that they decided, yeah, she's not gonna have a romance. I do not count Mulan, and I do not count Merida like that. Just so it. I mean, I know technically you could count Merida, but some weird stuff there. But this is Disney themselves, like first proper princess who just has no romance, and she's actually a fun character. Like, I like the fact that she's just is super like explorative. Like, she just always wants to explore and see everything. And I did like the world, but I do remember the world of Moana is like it's just water. Like, they don't visit a lot of islands or unique islands, which, yeah, what can you do? At the end of the day, it's based on an old Polynesian fairy tales and such, so you can only do but so much. But I digress.
I have not fully ever watched Moana, the first one.
Did you only see a bit of it?
I've only seen about, like, 30-40 minutes of it, and it's because, like, I only got shown it, like, in my high school class, like in a single period. So that's how much I've seen of the movie. I haven't seen it. I mean, from what I watched, it was all right. So
all right, yeah, I'd say it's a good movie. Watch them give Moana a love interest in the sequel. I would hope not. Lin did not return to do the music. I'll admit I'm kind of getting Lin-Manuel Miranda out. Like, he keeps popping. I get what Disney's doing, but I kind of want them to, like, actually rely on other, like, musicians a bit more. Like, Lin is cool, but at some point it's like, okay, he has a very distinct style that can be charming for a bit, but it can wane depending. So, ugh. But here we go. What the?
You wanted to come
That
this
was a
time.
noise.
Little sis! Big
Sis!
You were...
Did she have a sister in the first one?
From what I saw on Twitter, she did not.
Okay, it must be
complaining about that.
I'm hoping it's sis in the vein of like really good friend, cause that's a. Cause I'm like, I don't remember there being a little sister, and Moana doesn't look that much older here, so it can't be like, oh, a lot of time had passed, especially with this 5-year-old, 4-year-old,
Something like that.
yeah.
We're gone forever.
It was 3 days.
Where are we going?
Before Maui stole Tifiti's heart, our ancestors wanted to connect our island to all the people of the entire ocean. It's my job as a wayfinder to finish what they started.
Wanna show our people just how far we'll go.
Damn.
This is
They
a
gotta
call
kill
from
Moana?
the ancestors.
Hidden in a terrible storm. It's an ancient island. Setting foot on its sands would break the curse, bring our people together again.
I know what I have to do. Maui, I could really use your help.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
You will be
That was a noise. That is a noise you make when you see someone.
Right.
That man had a little too much enjoyment from seeing Maui.
destroyed. And your wayfinder, too.
Now I kind of miss the lava monster. Ow! Ow!
What if you don't come back?
I'll be back. I promise.
Do I hear people?
Those aren't people. Cock'em. You guys, we got this. Bring it on, Coco. Nuts.
Why you do that? Like, that last one right in the ass. Like, that was just petty. Damn. Oh my god. November 20th. Jeez. It looks nice. Trying to remember what this one's. Walt Disney 3 years later for an expansive new voyage alongside a crew of unlikely seafarers. After receiving an unexpected call from wayfinding ancestors, Moana must journey to the far seas of Oceania and into dangerous, long-lost waters for an adventure unlike any she's ever faced. Huh. Okay, that's vague. I don't know. I think it looks nice. The way the first movie ended did leave it to you could do more. You know, there's a lot to explore. There's a whole world you can make for this. So it's not unheard of, especially if the actual TV show comes out and it's, you know, good. But I don't know. What do you think, Huey?
Give me 1 second.
Oh my god. Onigiri, the disrespect with the last dart was pretty funny. Well, at least Moana will have an interesting story for its sequel. Yeah, I can at least say it does have a story that's like, I can see them going with this. I can understand making a sequel here with this. So, you know, I can't say watching the trailer, it's like, oh, this feels unnecessary. But I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. So, I'm hoping it does actually turn out well. Marvel Future Avengers. What is that? I need to I might look into that. Ugh. But, I don't know. I will say I do hope for the jokes they don't rely too heavily on the chicken and the pig. Like, I don't know. They kind of relied a lot on the chicken in the first one, and it's like, he had some moments. But I don't know. Disney sidekicks always vary. Some are like legit funny. Others are like annoying. So you got to balance that a bit. Ugh. Yeah.
I think it looked
Terrible
really good. I mean, it's like I can't really comment necessarily like on the plot of the movie or how this is supposed to follow from the first one, because I don't necessarily even know the plot of the first movie.
Right.
All I can really say is that this looks really good. I mean, this, like, look at the detail, like, in her hair. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
like that's
this.
crazy.
Yeah. That,
Like,
jeez, that's some
yeah, the
shine.
lighting on her hair is like crazy. That's really good. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Hopefully it's good.
all you can say is just looks good.
Um,
Hope it doesn't suck.
yeah, I mean, so it's coming this November?
Yep, November 27th.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah. Got a little bit of ways. I will say, by this point, I wish we get a fucking Sonic 3 trailer. I don't know where that is.
yeah, where is that? Look, I need me some Sonic. I need me. Look, I'm trying to see how Keanu sounds.
That's my thing. I'm so curious how they do Shadow. Like, is this the actual official trailer? Oh my god, they actually released this?
I don't think it's like a full thing. I think it's like a teaser, but
Well, yeah, I know, but I didn't know they actually released a trailer. I thought they only did or no, is this it? Should we look at that? Yeah, we could look at that. Fuck it.
I love Pedro Pascal.
The best pilot.
Screen culture concept for. Is this an actual thing? Okay, fake.
So where's okay? Yeah.
Yeah, they look fake. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Let's see. Can't look at this on the basis of didn't officially release.
It's not. Yeah.
But I mean, I will say with a Zootopia 2, it's interesting. I mean, I think they always had sequel potential, so I'm interested to see. I kind of am interested to see how they handle a sequel.
I mean, are they doing like the cop mystery thing again? Or...
Yeah, they're going like undercover.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and like I guess the swamp area of Zootopia.
With the reptiles, yeah, because that's the whole thing now. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm interested if they'll still. It's going to be interesting if they still try to keep in the racial component or the allegory, but that's the thing about the first Zootopia. It kind of doesn't hold up on that front.
Yeah, because it's like yeah, why does the other like race like have to be like a predator? Why does it have to? Yeah, why does it have to be like the connection is that like these people are innately violent in
Right.
their DNA.
Yeah. If anything, it's like you could have probably worked in having the whole animal kingdom, and you just have a few of these animals just be jackasses, but they're not. But it's not having to do with their race or trying to allegorize as the predators are minorities and the prey is the white people, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't no.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, maybe it could have like worked better if they focused on like instead like mammals and like amphibians and all that type of stuff. Like I don't know, maybe if that could have worked better instead of like the just predator and prey.
Right. Yeah. Do every type of animal in the mix.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
every group of animal. So, and
Which
they're
hopefully
just.
I think like with them like I guess focusing on like the swamp and like reptiles more. Hopefully that's what they're trying to go for more.
Yeah. I would hope so. Like ditch the predator, maybe ditch that predator and prey aspect to it.
Right.
Yeah. The biggest thing is in Zootopia, the ending, they do screw it up by having Nick become a cop. Because it's like, are you trying to say, yeah, black folk, just become cops? That'll fix the problem. I mean, obviously, it wasn't exactly the first movie wasn't about bad policing and all, police brutality and all that. But at the same time, it's like, you really want to make the solution? No, just become a cop. Especially in the movie when there was nothing about Nick that said he wanted to become a cop. Like he just kind of became a cop at the end. When it's like that, I don't know why you did that.
Bro just needed a job, so he became a cop.
Oh God!
Like he went on this whole detective adventure, and like by the end of it, oh yeah, you did so well in this case. You might as well just become a cop.
Basically,
okay.
It's like, all right, that's how it goes. Cool, fine. Oh, oh man. But I will say I still do like the concept of Zootopia. I do like the characters. Nick and Judy are nice characters.
The movie is good. The movie is good.
Yeah, it's just you gotta recognize where its shortcomings are.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I do want to see where like they take this. Like some people speculate these two get together and maybe they do a interracial marriage thing.
Look, there's
I don't think we need to do that. I don't think they could do that right. And honestly, I don't think anybody's really saying, oh yeah, black and white people or minorities and white people can't get with each other. Really, I don't think it's pushed that hard nowadays.
Yeah, hopefully that's not a thing.
Yeah,
or at least if it's not a thing that they like censor on.
Yeah, really.
They get together like whatever, but like don't focus like, oh yeah, this prey is.
Yeah, don't get into like people giving them disgusting looks like, oh my God, I can't believe they're doing
this. Because at that point, it's just like this is just Beastars, but like worse because Beastars is way better.
I still don't know exactly what Beastars is about.
It's literally just a romance thing, but with preys and predators. Right? That's all it is.
Okay, that's what I figured from some of the stuff I've seen of it. A lot of the stuff I've seen of it confuses me a bit. Someone's like, I'm just hoping for Onigiri's like, I'm just hoping for a bunch of Creole sounding gators. That's my hope. I am a sucker for a talking alligator with a Creole voice. Shout out my man Lewis from Princess and the Frog.
That would be that would be kind of funny to see like all if like all of the people that live in the swamp like have like southern accents or something like that.
Yeah, I know from what I saw in the one leak of of the clip was there was like a conversation between these two characters. Yeah, and it's just them speaking in that swamp language type shit.
Hmm.
I just called it swamp language.
Okay.
Ain't that's fucked up.
Swamp language. That's
It's like speaking in that very southern, deep southern accent. Ugh, oh god. Is this the actual? No, it's not. But
no.
we do gotta look at that. Oh, where is it?
Is the Lion King whatever thing like official?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Officially though.
Yeah. Oh god.
So, I made a 30-minute diatribe against the 2019 Lion King because that thing offended me. It offended my time. It offended my being. I love the Lion King.
I remember going to the theater to watch it, and I really liked the music. I liked the music. I mean, I liked the original's music, but I also liked this music as well. Um, that was all really that I liked about the movie.
It's like, and even in music wise, I like the accompanying album like that Beyonce did.
Yes,
for
exactly.
it.
Yeah,
That's what
good.
I like.
It was good. Yes,
But Beyonce could have just made that album without having being attached to this bullshit.
yeah.
Like, oh, but like, that's the only thing. The songs that they remade for the movie and the one original, the fucking Spirit song, like, they were just eh. I really did not like "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" from Childish Gambino and Beyonce. I'm like, nope. I don't care. It's not even at night. They couldn't even get night right. Oh, like it was still bright and sunny. Like what the fuck? You couldn't get night? Like, oh my god. Oh.
So from what I've seen on Twitter, people were complaining about this because something with the backstory they changed or they retconned.
Yeah, the original backstory from The Lion Guard, if you watched or remember that
No,
show.
not at all. No, never seen it.
I don't know anything about it because I only watched I reviewed like one episode when it first came out. The first episode when it first came out, and I was like, this ain't for me. It ain't for it ain't for me. It's for the younger kids. They can have it. That's for them. It ain't my thing. But they apparently did a bunch of shit that changed up the entire continuity. Like Simba had a son, even though Lion King 2 said he just had a daughter. And they find a way to make that make sense in the show by saying, "Oh yeah, Simba just sent the son off somewhere, like, and he just didn't come back during all that stuff." I'm like, huh? Well, I'm like, okay, but whatever. Like, at the end of the day, I don't look at Lion King for lore. You didn't exactly need a Lion King 2. You could have just got by on the first one. But they spun the block again and gave us a pretty damn good sequel. I really like Lion King 2. It's really good. But
I thought it was good. I mean, when I watched it when I was whatever 6 or 7, I thought it was alright. So
funny, I think I watched it when I was like 6 or 7. But like, it's a good. Lion King is a masterpiece to me. It's so amazing. I recently watched it. I recently watched the 30th anniversary they did for it in theaters. Man, it really is a movie that needs to be seen in theaters. If ever you find out it's in a theater near you, go see it. Go see that movie because damn, is it good. It's so good on the big screen. Like the sense of scale, the epicness of everything, it's just amazing. The wildebeest scene is so fucking good. The opening, like, actually, like, it hits you like it's supposed to, and it's like, that's what I loved about it. And then we get to this fucking dirty fart called the 2019 fucking Lion King. Like, it shits on everything the original stood for, man. Everything. Like, the grand epic scale is gone. Like, the singing is so lackluster. The colors, there's no color. There's no color. Everything is so muted. And it's so crazy because it's like, okay, you're supposed to be displaying the African savannah, right? Why does it look so dusty and dirty? Like,
you can, it doesn't have to be like hyper realistic. You can color grade to make it a lot more vibrant.
And the thing is, all of it's computer generated. They didn't go to Africa to film it. None of, like, they have one shot, I think, that was actually real. And it was just the opening shot with the sun coming up. I'm like, so you manufactured the ugly?
Wait, so they didn't even like take the settings or anything? Like,
no, they literally just computer generated the whole thing. They didn't go to Africa and film like any locations or anything like that. That's why it looks like that.
That's weird. I don't know why. Like, if you do it like that, if you're not filming actually there, like in setting, then why does it look so dreary?
Like, I don't understand.
Like, why would you make it like look like that then?
Like, everyone kept pointing out, it's like, why does this look so dry? Like, there's no life here. And the thing is, if it was like this when, Scar took over, that would make sense. But this is how the whole fucking movie looked. Like, the whole fucking movie looked like this, and it made no fucking sense. I'm like, you are Disney, goddammit! Like, you guys basically showcase what color can do on a moving body. And you just were so afraid of it in this fucking film. It's amazing to me. If you could tell, I fucking hate the 2019 Lion King. So to get a fucking prequel for Mufasa based on that damn movie, it's a question mark. It's the biggest fucking question mark I have to ask. Who wanted that? The first one, you got lucky that it got so much money. You did. You got it was pure dumbass luck that people were feeling that fucking nostalgic. But my God, nothing should have told you. Nothing should be telling you to do a fucking prequel or sequel to that thing, because everyone knows purely it was never meant to go farther than just the one-off remake. So to try,
it's funny. I can add more with that, because it's like my mother's favorite movie of all time is The Lion King, right? So when we went to go see this new one, she kind of just like was like whatever about it, because it didn't have exactly the same feelings that like it gave her when she first saw it. Because and she explained it basically like how everybody else kind of complained about the movie, with how like kind of that it was so realistic that it looked lifeless.
Talk to him. Mom better talk to him, because that's what it is, man. They really wanted it to look like sort of like a nature documentary, and I get that, but it's like, why not just make a goddamn nature documentary? You have Disney nature. But like, it was it's like there was no purpose to this. Like, if you're gonna computer generate all this, have fun with it. Stop trying to make computers just emulate real life. We have cameras. We'll just take pictures of real life if we really need that, okay? And we do that. That's how but to just decide, that's what I hate so much about CGI that tries to be overly realistic so much. It's like, why not just film it if you're going to make it that realistic anyway? I mean, in this case, you can't film it because lions and shit, and you're going to get eaten, which begs the question, why fucking make this thing? You already had the original.
so afraid of making like an Air Bud.
Yeah, if they made like an Air Bud with this thing, it probably would have actually been entertaining at least. Like, nothing about this was entertaining. I really hated how they did the singing. Like, the actor / singer they got for it, like, honestly, it's not even his fault. It's not his fault, and it's not even, and I don't even blame him for the performance he gave, because everyone's performances was ass. Everyone's was ass. Childish Gambino's was ass. And like, Beyonce's was ass. Everyone was just pure, unadulterated ass. Except for, like, maybe Timon. Yeah, Timon. Even James Earl Jones, he sounded so tired. He didn't sound like Simba's dad. He sounded like Simba's granddad, bro. Like, it's like, that is not... like, everything about this movie just pissed me off. Because it's like, there was potential. There was a potential. You could have give us, like, you made this 30 minutes longer than the original, making a 2-hour fucking movie. Why didn't we get any Sarabi? Like, why didn't we see more of a bond between Simba and Sarabi? Why didn't we see more of a bond between Simba and the other lionesses? You know, like, shoring up that they like him or something. Like, there was that's what, it was the epitome of what I hate about these remakes, or when they're at their worst, you know, when they just take the original idea and just completely try to do the exact same thing. They don't try to change it up. They don't try to add a new seasoning or try a different method of cooking this thing. They're like, just do it exactly the same way, but just make it look a little different. And you just get this garbage. Ugh. And we haven't even watched the fucking trailer for this thing, man. We haven't even watched this trailer. And I'm already so worked up. Oh, let's get into this.
It's time.
Is
I'll
it?
tell you a story. A
Do
story
you?
of a cub. Not much
I
bigger
love
than
the
you.
Lion
So
King.
just to be clear, we're not in this story.
There's a lot of stories with all of us. Tell one of those.
Long before they became legends, Mufasa and the prince who would come to be known as Scar became brothers.
Hello, what's your name?
Mufasa.
I told you to wait for me.
Okay, yeah, no, I can
they're
see
not
what that's
actually
dumb.
brothers, right?
That's dumb. Yeah,
they're
they're
not
supposed to be brothers. Like,
Yeah, but they're not actually brothers in this.
yeah, not in this. Yeah, I could see why people have a problem with that. That's dumb. Because it was, I mean, I don't know the full original origin from like the books and such, but man, I couldn't. Like, I don't know why they do this. It's like, just follow what you already put out. It's the same thing with Lightyear. Like, you had Star Command, just follow the Star Command formula. That's,
Can't just leave him here.
Rules are rules, Tucker. The king will never accept a stray.
I'm not a stray. I'm just lost.
I guess they're trying to make them look more expressive. You saw that smile?
Yeah, let me back it up to that. Let me see again.
Lost.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
That's a smile.
But because it's so hyper realistic, it looks creepy though.
That's my thing. It's like, why not just make it like, you're not using humans anyway, so make it stylized if you have to do this. Like, I would have, if you really wanted to tell a Mufasa, just make an animated Mufasa. Like, make it anime. It doesn't have to look exactly like the original. You could make it fully CGI, but like, make it an animated regular animated CGI movie with stylization. You know, make it a cartoon. Like, I just hate this trend of hyper realism. I don't know who asked for this.
Do not associate with outsiders. Tucker is the future king. We must protect
Did you
the
say
bloodline.
Tucker?
But, Dad,
Taka. Okay, I know. I'm about to say.
I saved his life. I have a secret, Mufasa. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a
You heard that weird singing, right?
I always wanted a brother.
What was?
No, man. I always wanted a brother.
My brother. That was some shit. Like, what the hell are they? What was that? I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother. Oh God, no.
I always wanted a brother.
I always wanted a brother. I always wanted a brother.
What are they
Sometimes I
thinking
get a
doing
scent.
with these songs?
It's barely a trace on the wind, and it smells like home. Then it's gone.
You and Tucker together, that is home. Now both of you go. Find your place in the circle of life.
The circle is broken. There will be one Lion King.
Oh God, are they really playing into Kimba? It's Kimba. He's getting revenge.
Kimba the lion, yep.
He's like, yeah, you bitches did steal from me. What the hell? Wait, where are we now? Wait a minute.
They're like white lions, so they gotta be from like snowy area, right?
I mean, is that really it? I mean, I'll admit I'm not too caught up on exactly how lions work, but or migrate and all that. But
You know, like how white rabbits, they usually like are in like snowy climates to blend in, basically. Like they're
yeah, I guess so. But I'm like, I don't know. It feels. Why does it feel weird to have this here? I don't know. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding the African.
I mean, I think it's just because I think it's just because probably that like a snowy area has never been once seen in any Lion King property ever.
And I feel like that's for a reason, you know. I mean, they think they're doing something.
Must fight together.
I mean, they're like in a blizzard, like in that one shot.
Yeah, really.
Die. Just to be clear, I never signed up for this.
I'm here
John
to
Oliver
protect
again.
You, my brother.
Mufasa! This was a bad idea! We're alive! I did it! I saved us!
You were saying?
Nice, dude. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be there opening night.
Nigga. You're part of the problem. Oy. Oy.
Oh my God, I love Mufasa.
Oh God. Ugh. Damn. Goddamn, Lynn is doing the music for this one too. Yep.
So
we're no more Elton John.
I wonder if like, are they gonna tackle like how Scar becomes evil in this movie?
I would think so. They have to tackle that, but
which means that like which means that this movie is probably gonna end really weird. Because it's like, how do you end this movie like on a somber note? Like that's really like bad. Like, oh yeah, this whole movie like they're together and like, oh, brothers and everything, and then he turns out evil at the end, and then that's how you have to end it, because unless they just don't tackle it.
Right. Like they just say, hey, we could probably do another story like this, and it's like
Mufasa 2.
They better not do no damn Mufasa 2. I'm gonna be fed up. I just see this, and looking at it, the way it plays out, I'm like, you know, if this all was like a fully animated, like regularly animated movie, this probably could be a good idea. It really could. I kind of could see the dynamic work between Mufasa and Scar if you really play up the them being buddies and such. Though I still think it's like, just make them actual brothers. I don't know why it's like they can't be brothers. Like, why not? I think, but it's just, you're looking at it and it's like, it just looks so uninteresting. Like, I don't know. They go through this all, like, every location doesn't look that amazing because it's just this typical CGI stuff. It's like basic grays, some browns here and there, which is nice, I guess. But I don't even know, man.
What's the bird's name?
Zazu. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, he's the most colorful thing on the screen, like in this whole trailer.
Right. Oh my god. Ugh. Just running through all these different things. It's just, I just really cannot see why they would make something like this. It's like, was anyone really fiending for a Mufasa movie like that? But I don't know. The box office will tell us. But I feel like it's going to be a very dwindling box office.
Or it could be, you know, a nice little $1 billion revenue. And then really we're gonna get Mufasa too.
Oh my god! Please, I
on
urge
a cliffhanger.
I urge people, don't see the shit. Don't watch it. Stay home. Wait for Disney Plus if you have to, if you really need to see it. But don't watch this movie. Don't go to theaters to see it. Just leave it. It comes out the same day as Sonic 3. Go see that. Go see Sonic 3 instead. Okay? That you will I guarantee you will have a much better time. Like I like, no way in hell. Oi, Mufasa 3, get out of here. Mufasa 3. Jeez. Like, I don't, like, the first fucking that first remake was just not necessary at all, and then we get this. The songs, they didn't even try to portray the song. That's a funny thing. Like, that song with the, I always wanted a brother. It's like, y'all gonna get the rhythm finished up by the time this releases, right? Like where was the rhythm in that?
If they got time to hop in the stew.
They better hop in the stew. Like, damn. Oh, what do some people say? How freaking old is Rafiki? Mufasa, we were brothers once. Scar once. The trailer looks a lot better than the trailer for the first live-action Lion King. Also, like how this isn't another redo, but an original story. I guess so, but
it's not like an original, like, it's not a new like IP. This is like a prequel.
Yeah, it's just a prequel at the end of the day. I always wanted to, just makes Mufasa fate even sadder and more pate. This person's part of the problem too. It's like, don't get sympathy to this.
They'll be their opening night.
They are. Just makes Mufasa's fate even sadder and more painful. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Ugh. How do we look at the Stitch trailer? Oh, there it is. Let's get to this abomination.
Is it?
That ain't it.
No.
Is it only just this short?
I think that's the only, like, officially released thing yet so far.
That's dumb. That's, I guess this is.
Oh my god, yo, why you say that?
It's like, what do you call me? Oh my god. Well, like, that's the thing that got me. I was like, bruh, how did they fuck up the line? Like, he says, it's Miga Nalaquista.
One of the greatest things about Lilo and Stitch is how beautiful that movie is and how colorful that movie is.
Mm-hmm.
If this movie drops and it looks like Mufasa, It looks like Mufasa. I'm not gonna be one happy camper.
My thing is, I mean, here's the thing. They can, I would hope they don't film in Hawaii actually. But they get into just creating recreating sets and shit.
I'd like to see ironically, I'd like to see them do it to see how it turns out. Like, so to then look at it and be like, okay, should they have filmed in Africa?
Yeah. That, like, it's such a crazy idea because the original Lilo and Stitch, it's basically perfect. Like, what is there to really do with a live action version? You know, like, are you really gonna get into the harsh reality of what the original did, or are you gonna build on it? Hell, are you gonna show the accident? That's that. You know, I mean, granted, I don't know if they need to do that, but or if they hint at it properly, maybe. Versus like,
I want to know who's playing Bubbles.
If they were ballsy, they would get Ving Rhames back. They could just get Ving Rhames low key.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
I need to see who they getting to play that big black nigga. That big bald nigga.
If they got, what was his name? The dude from the Color Purple remake played Mister.
That could be
played Albert.
Yeah.
If I can remember his name. That could, yeah, he could pull that off.
That could be interesting.
Like they don't even got to make him bald. Just give him that little fade, you know.
Yeah. Give him a fade. Yeah. Give him 360 waves.
No. I was not gonna look. Imagine like the original, like Bubbles had a wave, and like was while yelling at Nani with Lilo in the car. Like, imagine that scene now with the waves. Is this what she needs? Checks his hair. Oh God, nah.
Brushing at all 26 angles.
Jeez. That'd be too much if they got it like that. They know they were genuinely trying to get a laugh at that point. They weren't trying to take themselves seriously, but it's just so funny looking at this fucking thing because it's like in a post Sonic the Hedgehog live action world, this ugly ass dish rag is what you said should be out on display. Like, y'all said this is what he's gonna look like.
It's like it's a weird color for him too, because Stitch is like
he's
way
deep
blue.
Like, Stitch is deep blue. Like, he's a deep blue. So it's weird. So it's so odd that they're just like, yeah, wrong one, muting him like this. Like, it's so odd.
Again, big thing that people like to talk about with Lilo and Stitch is how beautiful the movie looks.
Mm-hmm.
And then this nigga Stitch gonna look like Mufasa.
Oy, it's just so bad, man. Like, I really can't. I know they got Chris Sanders back to voice Stitch, but it's like he needs to direct it. He like, I met him at a Light Expo one time. He's a cool guy. But you know, you gotta pay the bills at the end of the day.
Was there any other trailers that they released or officially?
Oh yeah, Agatha. Didn't you watch
Agatha?
that?
Yeah.
Where was Agatha? It was Agatha all along.
Agatha.
I'll admit, WandaVision, I liked it. I really enjoyed WandaVision.
WandaVision is very good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I did like Agatha in it. Like, Catherine Hahn I love her. She's funny and like a lot of the shit she's in. Anytime she's on screen, it's a stitch. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. To get a spinoff, that's a question. That is a question mark, because it's like I can understand it, but at the same time, I don't know if I really.
So it's really giving that like this has to mean that she is going to have a much bigger like presence in the MCU going forward after this TV show. There has to like this can't just be like a contained thing that never like that her character isn't a thing going forward.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm not sure. I feel she's an original character, right? Or was she?
No, she was
from
in
the
comics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely have to have plans to go somewhere with her. But the thing is like, yeah, I've never really heard of Agatha outside of WandaVision. So I don't know. Like they're trying to push up all these, let's be real, C and D list heroes, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like these were C and D lists for a reason. They're meant to kind of just show up in crossovers and such.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like where I'm sitting here like, okay, so this has to mean that this character has to like appear in other things after this.
Yeah.
Like if they're getting a whole TV show that apparently has some hype to it, or apparently they're putting money towards, you know, like this character has to have like a lot of significant like meaning in the greater universe following this. So
right.
So like, hopefully, I didn't delve too deep into this trailer, but this is one that I did see. So
yeah, this is my first time watching. Like all these were.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how they utilize her in future Marvel properties is the biggest question mark, because it's like, yeah, if you are putting all this money into just like this spinoff, it's like you clearly have some level of a vision. There has to be a vision here, otherwise it's like y'all are just throwing away money. Like, and let's be real, these companies love to throw away money.
Well, I mean, okay, one thing that I can say, right, is that I'm okay with them doing this if you know she's gonna be like a character going along like in this story, because it's been a thing that like a lot of Marvel movies and stuff like that have just killed off their villains,
right,
instead of like having them develop and be a bigger thing, like they usually are in the comics. So developing her character in this TV show and having her be a thing in the future this TV show should be something that's very out of the norm, and also like it should be like revolutionary for the MCU,
right?
Like this TV show. So
yeah.
Let's see this.
Yeah, let's see what they got.
Who's been messing up everything?
The Covenless Witch.
It's been Agatha all along.
No. What really happened to you?
Seekest thou the road to all that's foul and fair?
She took every little bit of power I had.
Gather sisters far.
I'm assembling a coven.
We gotta get back on top. I'm gonna walk the road. Join me.
Darkest hour, wake thy power, earthly and divine.
I mean, I like the super witchy vibe they're going with.
If you make it to the end. The road is a death wish.
Heard you guys were having a party.
What's up?
Hey. Shall we?
It will test us and our knowledge of the craft.
The Wicked Witch of the East is some shit.
Yes, yes.
Wait a minute.
That was
what the fuck?
Was like, I was like, what is this? What is this, dude?
What the hell? Like, that is very much the Wicked Witch of the East or the West. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Green skin? What? Like, are we crossing over now into Disney properties?
Hey, look,
what the fuck?
They can, you know, Disney, you know, they got it, you know.
They do. I mean, they got fucking Wicked coming out later this year, so
which I hope is good. I saw, yeah, which I hope is good. I hope that movie is good.
I haven't seen the original Broadway play. I should see it sometime.
And that's why I'm hoping that it's good. It's good. So the Broadway is yeah.
I gotta check it out.
Knowledge of the craft.
We don't even know what we're up against.
Oh my god.
Our worst nightmares.
How do we pass this trial without any power?
We survived, like witches have been doing for centuries.
What happens next?
I just need these witches to get me to the end.
The bodies are really piling up.
Why do you let them believe those things about you?
Because the truth is too awful.
I want my prize! Time to finish the road.
Last one there is a nice person.
Follow me, my friend, to glory at the end.
September. That's next month, yo.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Watching it again, I'm a little bit more excited for it. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I do. I'll admit, I didn't know where they were gonna go with it. I'm kind of glad they didn't go with the full hokiness of that Agatha All Along theme song.
Yeah.
Like, so it is like, okay, this is something different from what we should expect. Good. I can deal with that. I will say I kind of was hoping to see a little more of like an attitude coming from Agatha, you know, because I don't know, they were really showing off everybody else, and I'm like, they're cool, but I don't know who the fuck they are. I kind of want to know a little more about who Agatha is.
I don't know who those other people are. I don't know who those other people are.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I really wish they were showing off more of Agatha. It's, you know, like, that's all I really want to see. So hopefully the show doesn't skimp out, because I really like Kathryn Hahn, and I think she's, like, genuinely funny. Like, she plays, like, whatever role she's in, she's just genuinely hilarious. So I think it's, like, I think it just would be nice to see, like, Agatha just having that not funny attitude that we saw. Or, granted, it's probably going to be a bit more serious here, which is fair if it's done right. But, yeah.
It's interesting because, like, they showed that shot of them, or of her going to, like, Westview. And I think that's, like, an interesting concept, like, to dive into, because, like, what's the after effects of what Wanda did to that town?
Yeah, that would be that is something I want to see. It's like that town and how they like are going about things now, because it's like, yeah, you guys literally were forced to be dolls in someone's playhouse. Like,
yeah.
If I'm right, wasn't it like so fucked up they got to a point of like, dude, just kill us, please?
Yeah, no, yeah, they were literally begging to be killed by the end of this series. Yeah, yeah.
It's so disturbing. It's like, shit. Like, she really fucked y'all up. Ooh. So that is gonna be something to like. I'm interested in seeing like the aftermath of WandaVision, like how they see Wanda now and everything. even if they like even if they throw in like a little bit of like the Avengers tried to step away from her, or they try to throw her under the bus or something, like that'd be nice. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I'd like to see, I don't know, the lasting effect of what is going on with Wanda currently in universe, because I don't know. Well, we don't know necessarily what she's up to, because the last time we saw her was in Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it looked like she died at the end of the movie. So, I'd like to see what is going on and if she's alive and what's going on. You know. So,
I'm pretty sure that it's a case
obviously
of
I think she's alive.
Just
Yeah,
because
she's
it's
definitely
like,
alive.
You can't kill the Scarlet Witch with a building.
Yeah.
Like this is the person who said no more mutants and meant that shit. Like no way in hell like a building is gonna be the thing that took her out. But yeah,
it doesn't scale past building level.
It's like, damn, man. It's like, how were y'all? I was Thanos struggling with her then. Oy. But yeah, I think Agatha all along could be fun. I think their strong suits for Marvel is like when they make sure it doesn't step too deep into the bigger MCU. Like they're more like these are the one-off things, or these are things that are happening within the MCU, but it's not supposed to affect the grander scale just yet. Like you don't want to get like shit where it's like what was it? Eternals, where they got the Titans sticking out of the damn ocean and nobody's addressed the damn thing. Like
yeah, when I rolled like the whole like catching up with Marvel on my watch wheel, when I made the tweet, I specifically said that I am not fucking watching the Eternals.
I don't believe you, man. You're not missing anything. Like I don't know. They wanted to try it. I think they were trying to get artsy. They had this creative director try to do something with it, but there's nothing they could do with something like that. It's like it's the Eternals. I mean, I don't know. They're a team, but I mean, they had potential. It's just what they did with it was like, okay, everybody's all split up. There's all this deep backstory and shit, and it's just a case of I gotta look through all this other crap to figure things out. It's too much to deal with at that point. It's literally falling into the same trappings of the comic book industry, where it's like you're filling it with a bunch of these D-list like characters that nobody really cares about, but you're forcing people to try to care about them. It's like your best bet was like easing us into those characters, like finding out about them, and then like from the older series or so, and then they get their own stuff or something, but this,
right,
like the way they've been doing shows now with these heroes, it's like you're just pushing them out and not letting them grow organically or grow a fan base organically, like and you're also holding a lot of them back. Like Moon Knight should have been a lot more violent than what it was. But yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good.
Yes. Hopefully. Agatha all along. Was there anything else, chat, that might have released? Did this teaser drop officially? Oh, I guess it's
this was that. Yeah. This was so people. This teaser trailer is funny. It's the same as an Apple Watch background.
Oh no!
Like it's literally like instead like play the trailer, like play it, like it's nothing like crazy or anything. So it pulls up the background, and what so the Apple Watch background, right? It's like it plays the exact same animations, has the exact same facial features, expressions that the characters are doing, but it's just on a black background. So all they did was just put the Toy Story 5 in the blue background. I'm so serious, yeah. Like this is it looks the exact same.
Just Apple
like,
Watch.
Do Apple Watch like Toy Story background or whatever.
Is this it? Or no? Wait.
It's like there's like a little animation that you can like when you like
right here.
Like when you touch on the Apple Watch, like it plays like a little animation on it, and one of those is like that. Look at scroll down to that one under the movie thing. That exactly right there. Yeah, right there.
No way in hell they recycled these. I'm not gonna steal this, dude. They recycled these animations. Oh my god. Why? Why would they do that? Holy crap. Oh, that's... Oh, Pixar. What happened to you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, baby girl? Come home. Come home, baby girl.
There was like a TV show that Pixar is doing, right?
Win or lose. There we go. I forgot about that one.
I don't know if that's officially released yet, that trailer, but yeah, hopefully. Okay, yeah, it's on the Pixar channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be honest, it's interesting. Pixar getting into TV is not a bad concept, honestly.
I like the idea a lot. I like it.
Yeah, if anything, it's kind of funny they never did it before. Like, could have had a television division, you know? Weird.
And then like maybe, like big maybe, right? They actually like get more than like one season.
Like shit. That's my thing. Like, please, can we get back to multiple season shows? I honestly miss when shows could get up to 10 seasons.
Yeah, can't wait for this to release on Disney Plus, and there's 8 episodes, and then 5 years later, season 2 comes out.
5 years, shit. Oh, TV is in such a poor state, man. Support animation unions, please. Stand with them. Stand with them right now. They're in negotiations. Like, holy God. But win or lose, Pixar's first official TV show. Like,
available December 6th.
Yeah, damn. At the end of the
why
year.
aren't they? So why is this a Disney Plus exclusive? Why isn't this going on Disney Channel on TV?
Because they really want to hold on to streaming. They really don't want to admit streaming was a bust.
Well, it's like you can do both.
You could. You literally could. And yet they don't learn. Like, they still do the dumb shit of like sometimes they'll put shit on like Disney Channel first and then put a bunch of episodes up on Disney Plus. But the thing is,
isn't it like wouldn't it be more profitable for them to do both?
It would, but they don't. They just I don't know. It's some type of cheating thing they're probably doing to try to get that gets them more money. Like, I'm not sure. It's fucked up because it's just like if you put the shows on TV and then put that episode on streaming right after and just keep it that model, it's perfect. Like, fucking weirdly enough, Cartoon Network has that. Like, Adult Swim and all that, they do it sort of like that with My Adventures with Superman and even Rick and Morty and Smiling Friends and all that. Like, they say, okay, it's gonna premiere and then we're gonna put it on streaming the next day. And that's ideal. That's how it should have been from the get-go when on demand was made, you know? Like, like when cable invented that, that's how streaming should have went. Like, next day putting it on demand, and we just get to and anybody who just, you know, doesn't want to just keep playing watching every week, they can just catch up. You know? It's simple and easy.
I also had like the same I had the same feelings with like was X-Men, like the new X-Men series.
X-Men '97.
Yeah, like why wasn't that put on Disney Channel? Unless like is that like PG-13 or?
Yeah, that's more too hardcore for Disney Channel.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
that
right,
one was
right.
like, it's understandable why they
like
couldn't. They ain't have an
yeah.
actual channel to put it on.
Okay, all right.
Well, you know, if they actually kind of do have some channels they could be putting it on. They have ABC. Disney owns ABC.
That is
shit.
true. They
It's
could
like,
put it on ABC.
I mean, it'd be different. It's like, but ABC has action shows, doesn't it? I don't know. So yeah, it's like ABC could have handled an animation action block. Bring those back, man.
Yeah, they used to do that. Why not?
like X-Men '97. It's like it could be on TV, and it probably would have generated even bigger numbers.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it generated so many people were like, I want to watch this. I need to watch this, and they stuck by it weekly. That's the key thing about that show. Weekly, everybody said, I gotta tune in, and it was a conversation every damn week. I'm like, that's what we wanted. That's what we want back again. When people are talking about this shit, and every week after a new episode, people can go to the water cooler and converse about this shit. Like, that's what is missing from television. That's what's missing from TV shows, and nowadays it's what's missing from streaming.
Yeah, I love. I'll bring this up before we watch this. But like that whole thing of like just having like 8 or 9 episodes for a season, and then like 4 or 5 years later, then they do like a new season. I recently on the wheel, you know, I got picked, but I recently got to watch through Arcane, and I was like, wow, you know, I never got to watch this before, and like they're just now about to release a season 2. And I believe from what I was talking to Rob and Kiki about this, but I was saying like they released it like 2 episodes at a time, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
like
it was
weekly.
like 3 episodes.
Three episodes. Yeah, 3 episodes at like a week, and it's like Netflix has always had that problem of like over dropping things. Yeah.
3 hour-long episodes a week. And don't get me wrong, I love Arcane. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But all of that should have been weekly. 1 episode a week. Keep it to that. Like, even Amazon kind of screwed themselves up with Vox Machina, because they do the 3 episodes a week. And it's like, but Invincible, they do 1 episode a week, and it's like, see how that works better, and people get to talk about it more. Like, just
does
stick
Amazon
to 1
own
episode.
like a cable network?
No, actually, yeah, no. They're all they just do streaming in general.
Man, that nigga Bezos should have put that on TV.
A lot, they should be. A lot of these streaming services, I'm pretty sure, are finally learning. Maybe we should put our shit. Like, a lot of them are putting their shit on Blu-ray or like DVD and such, because they're like, damn, more people want physical media because we keep taking this shit off of, you know, streaming, since it costs too much to license like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one silver lining, is more people are buying physical media now over shit like just wasting time with streaming services, because they know it's like, yeah, at any moment your favorite show could just be taken down and you will never see it again unless you like get to sail in the 7 seas, you know.
Always make sure to back up your Blu-rays, because they only have a life expectancy of 5 to 10 years.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious.
No fucking way. That's not a thing. No fucking way.
I'm so serious. Yeah.
No fucking way. But I gotta check some Blu-rays. Fuck. That can't be. That cannot be fucking real.
Yeah, like disc rot. That's
what
the thing that's like we're running into now. Yeah.
Oh my god. I gotta check my shit.
Yeah, Blu-rays, they have like of the lowest life expectancy of the discs.
Because a bunch of my box sets are very much DVDs, thankfully, but a bunch of them are also fucking Blu-rays, man. And I've definitely had some of them over 5 years. My first Sonic movie DVD is gonna Blu-ray might go.
I'm gonna pull up that CD player.
Oh, I gotta look into how to back up these things. I gotta get a disc drive. Fuck. Oh. So you done blew my shit. I gotta look some shit up. If that is really true, I am never buying a fucking Blu-ray ever again in my fucking life. That is atrocious. 5 years? What are we doing? Oh my god, I gotta check some shit after this. Fuck. Chad, I'm genuinely upset. This is not a bit. I'm fucking mad. Like, if some of these... I have a decent collection. So, if some of them the Blu-rays are gone, I'm be mad.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a thing you should do, because eventually those like discs will go bad. Like, any like movie disc at all, like, it's gonna eventually go bad.
Ugh.
So always back it up.
But DVDs last a significant long while.
And you can always look up different ways on how to do that.
Oh man, oh fucking mighty. I think it's not that bad if they're stored correctly.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I keep them in the boxes. I don't like that silence, Kiwi.
I mean, they like I don't know how protective the cases are, and if they've been upgraded in recent years because of the problems that they've had. But that is a thing. Yeah.
I keep them all in a box, in the actual boxes they come in, so I'm hoping they're fine. But I'm gonna check them after the stream. Oh shit. Okay, but win or lose.
Anyways, win or lose, guys.
we got so off topic.
You all did great today, but there is one person who did the same level as all of you, just fantastic, but better.
Will Forte really was made for voice acting, I'm gonna be honest. It's always nice when he shows up, is what I'm saying. Whoa! What the fuck was that kid?
He put some net in that ball.
Mm-hmm. Look at this kid, bro. That is a design.
Put some net in that ball. That's crazy.
He did, actually. Literal, like, genuine putting in. What is he going? Oh my god.
I see a whole lot of people who underestimated us. And you know what? Sometimes you have to earn your respect.
This is like a very soft. I'm not gonna fake. This is a soft-looking Pixar movie. Like,
very like plush.
So plush, like.
But I like it. I like that.
I do too. Like more. This is the type of shit I like seeing from CGI. It's like, just push the cartooniness, please.
Yeah, they look like you know how like old Wii games, when they would make their own like no, they weren't like a Nintendo games, but they would make like their own like version of Mii's.
Mm-hmm.
They look like kind of like that.
Oh god. Jeez. Yeah, that's.
But they're super. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look really good.
For redemption.
Yeah, I really want to see. I really am excited to see this. I like it.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Sometimes
this texturing I really enjoy. It's genuinely. It's so crazy to think we're in a time where like animated shows can look like a movie now. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, that's just crazy to me. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I know it's just about baseball, so there's not much else to speculate on. I think there's fun to be had there. You know, a lot of people can relate to having to play sports as a kid and dealing with all the stress of that.
Well, look, that one kid put some heat like on that ball, so maybe it's gonna be like one of those sports animes that they got some powers or something.
They do it like Demon Slayer, where it's like all in their heads.
Well, it's like no, it's gonna be like Blue Lock.
Oh no, not Blue Lock. Jeez. Oh man. Oy. I do like their sense of design on the characters. Like they all stick out. Like there's just something interesting or like a feature. I like the texture on the hair for this dude's arm.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like Aardman-esque, honestly. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially
I like
with the way that's...
Yeah, the dude, he looks like a he looks like a pear.
Yeah, that's a good way to explain it.
His shorts are hiked up like
yeah, it just looks so stubby.
Anyway,
like we're really gonna get Pixar's first anime or shonen anime or no wait, sports anime.
Oh wait, hold on. Is that a Pizza Planet van in the back?
Oh shit! Nice call. Nice catch. Nice catch. That's good. Show ain't even out. You already caught the Pizza Planet.
All right, where's A113 on the license plate?
I see a whole
Wonder
lot
if
of
we
people
could
who
find
underestimate us.
A113.
And you know what?
Yeah, I do like how stylized this is. Like it just really looks pleasant.
Oh
it's
wait,
so nice
no.
look at.
Look, another one. Look at the books. Look at the books on the nightstand. Infinity and Beyond.
Holy shit! Infinity. How did he? I didn't catch that. It's like I just saw the Infinity. Damn. Infinity and Beyond. Holy shit! Or Infinity Beyond might be. Cause I think like that's just a dot. Cameo watch from Ultimate Oreo. Yep.
Sometimes you have to earn your respect.
I really enjoyed it. I really like the texturing they got going on this. Yeah. Funny thing is, I've been trying Blender out or trying to learn a little bit of Blender, and I'm not about to keep up with it. God damn it.
Blender Warrior.
I can't keep up with that. The way like my hats off to the people who animate 3D, who do 3D animation. It's so many fucking things to remember. So many bells and whistles. I'm like I'd have a better time drawing. Oh, but it really gave me a genuine appreciation of the processing that can go into like texturing in 3D and everything, and so I really like what they're able to pull off with this. It just creates this soft world that you would want to live in, you know.
For redemption.
Like I always appreciate animation that makes the world look like you want to live in it. Like that's always what I can appreciate. Yeah, I think win or lose, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's genuinely gonna be a good first series for Pixar because they thrive when they make originals. Like I can't really name too many originals that are genuinely that bad from them. I mean, Brave was but not the worst. Cars was, I'd say Cars was good.
Cars was Cars, yeah.
Cars was Cars. Cars was Cars. That's all we can say. They didn't do a new Helios trailer, right?
No, I think it was.
Oh, is this another? Oh, this is last year. Never mind. But yeah, I think that was all the trailers that they officially released. No, wait, there was also that Star Wars one, but
I don't care about. Yeah, not anymore. I don't care about Star Wars.
I was an avid Star Wars fan, but I don't don't care.
Well, I mean,
Unless
actually, did they do something with what's the scroll up again? Scroll up again. It's keep going, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, right there, Captain America. Did they do a new trailer with that? Or
no, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
they showed off something, like showed off more Red Hulk. And
yeah,
but that's
something with Nigga Bird. Yeah.
my nigga, chill out, man.
So I was trying to figure out like I was trying to figure this out. So is Harrison Ford, like, is he playing Red Hulk?
Yes.
That's really funny. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
The last person to play Ross passed away, William Hurt. So
Okay.
they got Harrison Ford to replace him. But
Wow.
yeah, that's
Crazy,
definitely a get.
Yeah. Crazy person to get replaced, you know.
This nigga, they got the ultimate does not give a fuck person, bro. Like, people try to ask him about Red Hulk, and he's like, I don't give a fuck about this shit, man. He's like, stop asking me about it. like Harrison Ford is the jock who got forced to do the nerd shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's who he is, man, because he just has no time for nerd shit. Whenever people ask him about, like, who do you think would win in a fight or how this would go with this thing, he's just like, I don't know and I don't care. I can respect it, bro. Well, Chad, I think that might be all the trailers, or is this a compilation of actual trailer? Let's see. Skeleton Crew, we don't need to watch that. Agatha, Mufasa, Moana, Dunster.
Oh, Percy Jackson.
I mean, did you watch
it? I don't care about Percy Jackson.
Yeah, neither do I. I know there was Hoppers. I know that much.
I did make a hit tweet that went semi-viral on Twitter that I said that I got casted in the new Percy Jackson.
Nigga.
And I got like flooded with DMs. You did not get casted.
Wait, people DM'd you to say you didn't get casted?
There's no information at all about.
I'll be like, fuck you, how do you know? I'd fight them on it just because. Oh God.
This looks cool. You know, they didn't show like at all anything about it.
Yeah.
But this looks cool.
Yeah, they only showed they did show something a little bit. They did show a little bit of it at the actual event, but you know, don't want to show that.
Yeah, you know, little Pixar Angry Beavers action.
Right. It's like Pixar's Avatar basically.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't even see any of it, so is that
It's basically about this girl who has her brain transplanted into holy crap, it's super deep.
Oh, they get nice, super deep.
Like
so they get isekai'd into a beaver.
Yeah. And so it's like you have she gets isekai'd into a beaver avatar who lives among other beavers and like tries to fight back against like land development on their habitat.
So is this girl? Have we seen the girl yet?
Yes, but
okay.
In like the
I'm just hoping it, you know, hasn't followed what's
it called? It has. I know what you're about to say. It has.
It has.
It what?
She's a cute Asian girl.
Oh my god. They keep throwing this great thing at the wall of throwing POC characters into not a human.
Yeah, the hope is that
going on for decades.
Yeah, that's the thing. The hope is that maybe we do see her more than we do see her being in the little avatar body, like Beaver. But it is a case of person of color character is put into another body, and we only see that other body shit or transforms in some way, and it's like, like they just afraid to let like people of color shine.
I love.
Show a picture of her.
I loved.
I don't know what her name is. So I don't know what to look for.
Actually, I'll find one.
I love Soul when the black man was made into a sperm unit for half the movie, and then the other 25% of the movie, he's a cat.
You know the movie that I absolutely could not watch because that happened?
What?
What?
Spies in Disguise.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. Oh my god,
did. They put Will Smith in a pigeon.
I was so excited to watch that movie, but as soon as they showed the pigeon, I said, can't do it. I feel like that was the first time I actually felt this like soul crushing defeat over this trope.
It's like you think, oh, Will Smith, he fucked up the first time voice acting with that Shark Tale, but he gets another chance and he's playing a cool, suave guy. That's Will Smith thing. He got the charisma for it, but then he's a pigeon. Damn pigeon. Fucking rat with wings. Oh god. Like I still haven't seen Spies in Disguise, but it is like, god damn, why do y'all do this every time? Like, y'all are so afraid to let a black character or any person of color be the main character and just be on screen. Like, what are y'all afraid of? Oh,
I just sent a picture in the VC vibes. It's heartbreaking.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
And they look so interesting too. Too bad 90% of the movie is gonna be them a beaver.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Even the styling I kind of like. Granted, this
looks so interesting.
This is such a unique style for Pixar, honestly.
Doesn't it look like a Lakia film?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting like a lot from it, low key. I love this texturing on the B-roll, honestly. Like, that's really nice. I like the hair too. Like, there's so much detail I'm really enjoying out of this.
They got Venture's hair from Overwatch.
Oh my god. Jeez. But yeah, we're gonna probably be seeing this little thing running around while the person of color is just knocked out. Like, damn, man. They just can't let people shine.
Hoppers.
Yep. And also done by the We Bare Bears creator. That's the also big note.
Okay. Cool,
So that's
cool.
That's what makes it really interesting to me, is that because I wasn't the biggest We Bare Bear fan. I didn't watch it a lot. I watched a little bit.
I wasn't either, but I know the show is fine. It's good. Obviously.
Yeah. And so, but I know he does have a unique style to how he does his stuff. So it's having it be done with Pixar. I am genuinely curious to see how it turns out. Oh yeah, that's right. They did announce a Frozen 3.
Yeah.
Like Frozen feels.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 is kind of nuts because the story of it is like they very much crunched hard to make that movie.
And what if that was what if that was going to be a TV show too?
I think they could pull it off. I mean, the princess show's kind of, well, Little Mermaid wasn't really that good. No, Tangled was good though. There we go. Because I was like, I know there was one thing that was good. It's like Tangled, the series, that was good. So,
okay.
Frozen has potential. Like it has potential to be a grand epic series. Honestly,
I never expected them to make a Frozen 2. Like it seemed like so. I don't know. Like it didn't seem like a movie that like they could necessarily like do more things for.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like most of the time, Disney's princess line doesn't like they don't normally like make sequels, or if they do, they just go straight to DVD because they're like, yeah, we know most people don't give a shit about
it seemed like
what happens
straight
after
to
Happily
DVD.
Ever After.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where I guess they really were like, dude, we know there's more money to this IP, so let's just keep pushing it back to theaters. And people prove, yeah, there's still money to be had. So, like, people make more. They keep making more. And I think it's like Frozen 2 had the potential to really show where this franchise could go. And it just really dropped the ball hard. And like a lot of it really is just like, there were just, I don't know, it was like weird choices going forward with it. It's like Elsa sort of abandons the kingdom, Anna takes over the queenship, but she was also about to sacrifice the kingdom, but they don't really want to commit to that, which would, you know, make the story really interesting. It's like wanting to have its cake and eat it too, to, you know, to repair damages from, you know, a race of people being wiped out or so. But I don't know. Like I said, it's fucking Frozen, man. Like, it had potential, but nobody knew what the fuck where to go with it. In Frozen 3, I really don't know where they can go with it after Frozen 2.
I don't know if there's any other trailers, but I guess like a good thing to talk about, like, I guess maybe to wrap up with is like, what are the ones that we're most excited for?
Okay, yeah. Ultimately, I am really excited for Hoppers. Even not
Hoppers
seeing,
looks cool.
Yeah, I really want to see that. Out of the movies, I genuinely do want to see Zootopia 2. I honestly really do.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do hope they fix up the they actually do. They do better than what they did in the first movie with the racial allegory.
Right.
Like I hope they handle that better. But we'll see. Maybe they just ignore it and just ditch it. In which case, that's fine. I can't blame you, because it's like it's a touchy subject, and using animals can make it worse. You know, if you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, obviously, I see it right there. My most anticipated one is going to be Incredibles 3.
Oh yeah.
It's, hopefully, like, it's a little bit more of a interesting thing that they do with the third one, so it's not as linear and predictable. Either way, it's gonna be peak because it's Incredibles. So
that's my thing. I like, as someone, I'm an avid Incredibles 2 defender, and I can say I do want to see a 3, because it's superheroes. Like, you can do so much with it, and I don't know, I don't know how I want them to tackle a sequel. It's like, could they do a time skip finally, or do they just continue where they left off? I feel like it could work if they continuing where they left off. If they really want to play up honestly, what they could do is really play up the family aspect. Like, the family gets called in on an entire mission, and they all have to work together to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think what could be interesting if they were to focus on anybody or any group of people, and they were gonna just go straight after the last movie. I feel like focusing way more on the kids could be a cool thing. Possibly, maybe, I don't know, there's like a Teen Titans Go, or a Teen Titans like aspect of like, maybe there's like some kid like superheroes that are trying to make up a group or something. And because I think that's like a concept in the comics, I think, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, but yeah, that could be an interesting thing. But otherwise, yeah, just focusing on the family as a whole, and then, yeah, that would be great.
I could see, a spotlight on the kids would be nice. Part of me feels like they should do a little bit of time skip, or at least get to Jack and start talking at the very least. So that way it's like, okay, now if you do focus on the kids, you get a full you're gonna get a full dynamic between all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, with the baby, it's like still a baby. He can't really understand everything. He's not understanding anything, and he probably won't remember any of this stuff. But yeah, I think seeing like some type of conflict going on between the kids, or having the kids be in conflict with the parents in some way, could genuinely make Incredibles 3 like genuinely good. Like I'm hoping for something. I'm hoping they handle it well. I really do.
Yeah, maybe they could do like a whole like, you know, I'm part of this group now of like different superhero kids, and we're scaling really high, but like Bob and Helen are super worried and like really protective, and they're like trying to just like, you know, be on their own type shit.
Right.
And that's where the conflict comes from.
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting concept, like playing with the power, like playing with the next generation's powers, if they're getting stronger than the older generation, having
because obviously Jack he's gonna be
broken. He's so broken. It's like, how the fuck do you deal with someone like that? He got like that's a conflict in itself with the kids, is the fact that like Violet and Dash could be like, yo, what gives? Why do you have all these powers? Like mom and dad are just one power. One of us only gets technically two, but you get all this other shit.
Maybe, you know, probably that could be a potential plot point on its own, that maybe superhero babies start out unpredictable with whatever powers that they get until they kind of wean into a select couple of them.
Yeah.
That'd be,
just based off of like their personality and how they grow up.
Yeah, that is an interesting like theory then. Like if it's genuinely just a case of they just are, their powers are super randomized at such a young age, and it's all a matter of depending on where their upbringing is how their powers develop. That really can play into the character. That really makes you think even more about the other characters than like in terms of like say Mr. Incredible, with him having so much strength. It's like, did he get it's like, did he settle on strength because he really needed it for a certain scenario at a young age? Damn, that's some layers. Like that got some layers there.
Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5. That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm so on it. I think it could work, but at the same time, I'm like,
I'm almost to the point where I'm over it.
Yeah. It's like 4. I'm like, I really like 4. I know there's a lot of contention with it, but I really enjoyed 4. But I'm like, okay, 4 is perfect to end it.
I think they could have ended that franchise like 3 times over at this point.
It's like by the 3rd film it could have ended, then you did a 4th, and I'm like, okay, we can look at that as the epilogue. That's cool. And then it's like, here's 5, and you know what pisses me off? They ain't have the balls to actually get rid of Woody. They ain't have the balls. They ain't commit, and I'm mad at that. They couldn't.
So it's so if you do 5, like, is Woody just not gonna be a thing?
No, he's part of the crew. He's genuinely still part of the crew again. Like they meet up or some shit, and it's like, God damn it! Like it genuinely would have been interesting if you had just kept him out of it. Ugh. Like to actually see like Buzz try to take up the leadership role. That would have been really cool to see. Like Jessie being that, like Jessie trying to take up the role. That's another thing. You could have her take up the role instead of Buzz, or something. It's like there was so many. It's like there was so much potential here, man.
Man, I know you're very, very excited for Mufasa the Lion King.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me, man. Oh my God, that's gonna. I hope for that to bomb. I hope for that to have a bad opening weekend. I hope the projectors break. I hope every projector that has this film playing breaks and people get their money back. And nobody ever tries to see it again because of that. That's what I hope for Mufasa.
Agatha's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I'm interested in Agatha. Win or lose, I really want to see that.
The Fantastic Four, there wasn't. I mean,
they didn't show anything
really show any. Yeah, but they talked about it, and I'm obviously they gotta introduce those niggas at some point. So
they do. But the thing is, it's like they're gonna have him go against Galactus, and I'm like,
in the first movie.
Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I'd rather Doctor Doom.
That should be like an Avengers level threat.
Very much. It's like, yeah, Galactus shows up in Fantastic Four comics, but he's always but he's such a massive threat that it's like it takes the Avengers to take him down. So I don't know, if you have the Fantastic Four fight him and they beat him, it becomes the question of why should we be afraid of him?
Well, isn't this like a back in the day story?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, how they could set this up is like, oh, they sent him, like they like niggas thought that they killed him, and then he came back, and that's like gonna be possibly a thing in the future.
Okay.
With Doom like being a thing as well.
Okay.
So
my biggest thing with Doom is I know they got Robert Downey Jr. to play him. I'm really hoping that's he's just the actor. He is not playing Stark. It's not a variant on Stark. I honestly would hope.
Yeah.
They just keep him in the mask. Keep him in the mask. Don't ever show him. Don't ever take that mask off.
He's not going to be a Tony Stark variant. Because he's very. I mean, if you watch like Oppenheimer, the nigga very much can. Has shown himself to be an actor that can also not play Tony Stark.
Oh yeah. So, oh no. Robert Downey Jr.
He's
is
a very
versatile as hell.
actor.
He's amazing.
So I would like for him not to play the exact same role.
I need him to be that Latvian king, okay? I need this man to invoke that Latvian law that says all children are to have a good night's sleep. That weird petty shit that he just has for some dumbass reason. Like, I need to see that. I need to see this man disrespecting the fuck out of people. Okay? Like seriously, that's all I want. Like the pure Latvian Doom, that Doctor Doom. Give us pure Doctor Doom. No, it's variant stuff or any of that. It's like, nope, this is Doom. This is who we've been waiting for to finally be done right on this big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think, kind of reflecting on it now, looking at this ugly ass nigga. On the screen. I don't necessarily think that Lilo and Stitch is like very widely known currently, like in like to kids at least. Like in this day and age, I don't feel like there's any possible way that they would necessarily know.
I don't know. They use a lot of Lilo and Stitch. There's a lot of Lilo and Stitch merchandise. I think they genuinely Lilo and Stitch has made it a strong name for itself, even among the current gen.
I would say that it's just Stitch. It's not like they know anything about like
Lilo.
It's kind of like it's a whole like what's a good like person that's like a mascot for something, but nobody has ever watched the show that it comes from, or
okay, like we know them more as a mascot than we do from the show they're from.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I guess that's
I don't
Flintstones
feel
at this
like,
point.
Right. It's like I I don't feel like niggas really know. Like they're not on Lilo and Stitch. They weren't outside for that. And these new kids, they aren't outside for that. So it makes sense. Like if they're trying to go for like the live action stuff and they're doing the remakes of it in live action, for them to pick this IP for them to go with. I'm even more interested to see how they do live action all of the other aliens. And how
Jumba
they
and
will
Pleakley are gonna be put through the ringer, man.
like yeah, I really want to see how they design those characters. So that's
They gonna look
be
rough.
interesting.
I guarantee they gonna look rough.
What if they're like super hard? Like what if they're like
I'd be
like, the
shocked if
best
they
design?
actually look really good. I'd be like, how the fuck did you do Pleakley and Jumbo right, but you fucked up Stitch? Like Stitch was so like I saw this one redesign someone put up on Twitter that's like that actually fixed it. Like, and it was such small changes too. They just understood he's supposed to be fluffy. Like if you're going to be making him look realistic with these like textures and shit, make him more fluffy. Like that's his whole thing. Oh, he just looks so shaved, like partially shaved. Like, but I don't know. I don't have much faith in this thing because I genuinely think it's not gonna have the nuts to actually pull the trigger on what Lilo and Stitch was able to pull the trigger on. You know, really dealing with the fact that it's like, yeah, Lilo was going to be taken away from the last family member she had. Like that's fucking harrowing, dude. That's a traumatizing thing for a kid to like go through. So, like, I don't know if this movie will play into it, because sometimes, a lot of the time, these remakes, they play the scenes, but they play it by the numbers. You know, like they don't linger on the emotions or linger on like what the characters are feeling in that moment. They just show that this happened and then they move on to the next scene, to the next, plot point, or the next, because they're trying to just copy the beats of the original. And it's like, it's like, like actually cook, like just genuinely cook this thing, damn it. Like, put some seasoning on this bitch.
What were the other ones that we looked at? Moana 2. Moana 2.
Oh yeah, Moana 2.
It looks cool. You know?
It looks nice. I'm interested in it. I do want to see how they pull it off, and if that I'm interested to see how that TV series is gonna look. That's the first. That'd be the first. Yeah, that's gonna be Disney's first time turning one of their CG movies into a show. So, that is gonna be a question mark. That is a question mark.
What if
how that's gonna turn out?
What if before they were gonna turn Moana 2 into like Moana 2 the movie, it looked like Miraculous.
Like the movie Miraculous?
Yeah. No. Like how the TV show looked.
Yeah, go ahead, that shit look like that Zombies Reanimated then, because that's what that's the same studio. Oh god, no. Them water textures are gonna look rough.
Because look, the Miraculous movie looks good. It looks good, but like, whew.
That show. God damn it! They were trying, but man, it's like y'all should have just went with the anime. They had a Big Hero 6 cartoon. Oh damn, right! I forgot about that. There you go. That's actually the first, but that was turned into a 2D series. That's the thing. Yeah, that was a 2D series. So, I'm pretty sure this Moana series is supposed to be CGI, right? Oh yeah, and Tangled. Damn it. Thank you, Nathaniel Foga. My memory completely blanked on both of those. I forgot about the Tangled series. But again, both were also turned to 2D. So I don't know if this Moana series becomes a 2D, then great, excellent. That can turn out well as if it's animated like by the same people who did the Tangled series or even Big Hero 6. But if it's CGI, I don't know, man. Maybe the Moana TV show would look like Sophia the First and Ella of Avalor. Maybe. I don't know. Do those shows look that good? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Snow White. You know.
I don't know. I really do not. I do not tune in for these remakes just
Look,
because.
the live action shit, like, you know, the acting in them have been pretty good, I think. At least,
you think?
At least with the Little Mermaid, I thought it was good.
Maybe I need to watch that one because I skipped it. So
it was good. I thought it was extremely good, actually. Like one of the only good live action ones that they did.
Damn.
But yeah, you know, hopefully it's good.
I'm hoping it's good too, but the original is such a classic, and like, I don't know. It really. My question for it is really, how is it gonna fill in the gaps for those for when the original was just, you know, just showing off its animation. Like that's what this has to fill in, because you're not gonna fill it in with just because. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I think the dwarves are CGI.
Like, yeah, they're CGI. They're not.
Yeah, instead of getting actual little people for like actors and such, they like. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why not just get actual people, like little people or something? It's so weird. I don't even know. So, like, if they can't fill those animation gaps with you know, with just the dancing and such, because it's like, okay, I'm just watching a bunch of people dancing around for a little bit, and it's not even doing like cool, unique tricks or anything. And with the dwarves being CGI, it's really any dances you have them do is gonna look so weird and gross, and I'm so not ready for that. Nathaniel Foga brought up Tron. I forgot. Yeah, they did announce the new Tron, which shocks me, honestly. I'm like, really? They don't spin the block again 10 plus years later on Tron.
Unfortunately, I don't necessarily care about Tron. I've always thought it's boring.
Watch Tron Uprising. But that's the animated show they did that got canceled after one season. That's the genuine Tron thing I actually think is good. But yeah. Apparently.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently, cartoonist Claude says Peter Dinklage is the reason for why the dwarves are CGI in Snow White. Yeah, I heard about that. Like, he undercut a lot of little people actors from being able to actually perform on it or so. And I guess it was either I don't know if he's actually in it. Is he? Is Peter Dinklage in this?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it doesn't mention Peter Dinklage. Great actors with dwarfism we want to work on screen. Disney, no, we must protect you from yourselves. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a weird thing. I don't even know, man. But yeah, D, you got any things from D23 you're excited for?
No, because I don't follow Disney.
Yeah, because you're smart.
I'm sorry. I have no time or energy to be following with the world of the entertainment world right now. It's all chaotic. Everything I hear is just like, okay, what's next? And then the next thing just gets worse. And it's like, okay, what's next? And the next thing gets worse. And I'm just like, okay, you know what?
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like at some point you just tune out from it because it gets so bad.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I want to be more involved in these sorts of conversations, but I just don't have the energy to. I just I didn't even know that San Diego Comic Con was happening. That's how out of it I was.
Dang, man, you really were tuned out. I'm like, that's a big one to like not be completely out of the loop on.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, even then, not a lot happened at it that I can remember. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even know you guys were recording. I just happened to see
You
guys.
just popped in.
I was like, "Hey, what's going on, guys?" So, like, I was doing some work, and I was just like, it's either I was gonna watch another two cello South Park video. For some odd reason, I just been watching those nonstop, and then I see Mann and Kiwi talking. I'll just listen to them for a bit, see what's going on.
and next thing you know, you're on a whole entire podcast, a fucking live stream.
Hi, everyone at the live stream. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I don't pop in often.
But we appreciate when you do, D.
It means a lot.
Oh man, it's still fun to have you here, though. Yeah, I get it though. Like this type of shit, it's got the entertainment industry honestly is in a rough patch. Like even going to the movies, it's just like kind of blah. I haven't even gone in a minute other than to see like Deadpool, like, and it's just like nothing that's been coming out has really been that interesting, and most people just wait for streaming now. When I don't know, streaming at this point, that bubble's starting to burst because it's starting to become cable. So at this point, it's like, where is the path to victory when it comes to entertainment anymore?
I just feel like there's so much going on right now. There's so many news. There's so many. I don't want to call it drama, but it's kind of what it is. At least from a consumer standpoint, is like there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of new stuff coming out. There's so much stuff coming out. It's hard to keep track of it all. And for me personally, my time is so limited on what I can put my focus on. So
yeah,
with how much is coming out, it's just like it's either I have to keep track of all of it or I keep track of none of it. And I have ultimately chosen the latter.
Nah, it makes perfect sense, man. Like it's to a point where it's consumerism is just unsustainable to keep up with so often, just because there's so much that keeps coming out, and then you find out, oh yeah, that's done, that's been killed off, that's dead and gone, and we're not talking about it anymore. And it's like, okay, so it just becomes a hassle. It's like and I've said this before, it's like it's becoming work just to watch television even.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, my attention has just been kind of following YouTubers and people that do, I don't want to say essay videos, but it's just like, I hear people talk basically, more or less, and they're talking about something that I have like a adjacent interest in. Like, for example, as I said, like I've been listening to Two Cello. He does that podcast with Tyreek. Johnny Two Cello. I've just been watching his South Park videos because I've been watching a lot of South Park, and I've been playing Stick of Truth, and actually not Stick of Truth, the Fractured Butthole, and I'm still debating on playing Stick of Truth, but that's been kind of what I've been interested in. So I've been watching videos related to South Park because of it. But it's just like, it's hard for me to maintain attention on what's going on currently, just because of no one knows what's going on currently. Everything is a hodgepodge mess, and it doesn't feel like anyone's excited for anything.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like the last big thing that had hype was the X-Men '97, and that one was the last bastion of that felt like old times of watching shit weekly and being able to stay up to date with it because people kept talking about it weekly. But even then, it's still like only 10 episodes. So
well, I guess in that aspect, you could also count the new Fairly Odd Parents reboot. I haven't really seen much of it, but there's been a lot of talk about it online.
Yeah, there was. I've seen the finale of it because I have been keeping up with it. It's good. It's like they finally got back to basics and improved upon Fairly Odd Parents by a lot, and it's genuinely good. Like people were hyping it up and talking it up on like Twitter, and it's like, oh my god, it's been so long since shows did this where people are on Twitter talking about it, like
right.
Like my god, but
and I think because of the weekly structure of it too, or at least how I don't know how they were handling the release schedule for it, but it seems like it was frequent enough that it wasn't all in one go. It was actually, being properly released in a way that people can continuously to actively talk about it.
Exactly. They did it where they kind of dropped a bunch of they dropped like 5 episodes a week, like every day is a new episode, which that's not a bad method. We grew up with that before, and it's worked because they would have some breaks at least, and that's what they did with this. Like they finished the whole season out, but it finished with what, like 20 episodes, I think. Kiwi, have you been keeping up
with what?
Fairly Odd Parents, New Wish?
Unfortunately, no.
But I think it had like 20 episodes this season, and it ran through smoothly because it's like, okay, it took its time, it grew its fan base, it put like people were sharing clips and really saying, yo, this is funny, or if they had a unique change, it was like, oh, it's like that makes sense, like Poof's name being changed to Perry. It's like, yeah, they had to do that because in certain countries, poof is a slur. But it's a nice change, and the fact that Poof is now older, it's like, oh, that's even more interesting. Like, or the fact that Cosmo and Wanda are finally back to that two halves of a whole idiot mentality with their relationship. Like they're genuinely fun again. Like they're just silly fairies who just keep like messing up wishes a lot of the time, but also they're genuinely like good godparents because they're there for Hazel, who's also a really nice character. Like but this all organically grew properly. People were able to keep up with it because it just took its time. It didn't just throw a whole season at you in one day, and now it's like, yeah, watch all this and enjoy. It's like you need, like, television, man. Television was so underrated, and we neglected it. I feel we genuinely neglected it by being mad at commercials and all that, not because we never realized that stuff pays for these shows to exist. Like without the commercials, you don't have these shows, okay? And it was a good way, but television was the best way to be able to keep up with things because it was just set schedule and you just keep up with that schedule, and that's all you got to do. Pretty simple.
And with like, and again, like the world of like analog, I guess analog TV, actually TV and like online, like social media, we're at a point where stuff like actual fan interaction and engagement is vital to a show's success. Whereas TV viewing, it mattered a lot, like ratings mattered a lot. It's a huge struggle these days due to streaming and whatnot, but like that fan engagement online where it's a lot more easily accessible than it was once before. So by having these shows be able to have room to breathe and develop themselves, it helps a lot in the long run. And I haven't been able to see too much stuff where that's been a benefit. But again, for Fairly Odd Parents, it's a lot to do that because it was an organic release. The conversations were constant. There was always something new to talk about rather than talking about you know, the same season just because it was released all at once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hugely in favor of the weekly release schedule just because of that. You want people to keep talking about your work, about the series, whatever you're doing, because do it all at once. There's a fire, but then it dies out.
Right. Exactly. Like you want that hype constantly going for your shows, and with streaming, it's just made it so everything is just you watch it at your own pace, and then you don't keep up with a conversation about it because you find out, oh yeah, your friend hasn't finished it yet, and you can't spoil it. So y'all eventually just stays out of the conversation because it's like, oh, I forgot where anybody was with it anymore, and I didn't want to spoil it. So yeah, whereas like we had the ideal system was on demand. Like when that came into play, like that should have been where we should be. I mean, like because on demand was just perfect. After an episode airs, it just goes right on to on demand, and you just watch it. You know, if you missed that episode, you just catch up, and they should have just beefed that up. That's what streaming should have been. And it would have kept everything simple and easy. But now we got all these subscription services that didn't realize, subscriptions means there's a ceiling you're going to hit among subscribers, and you're not going to make that much money. And y'all keep blowing a lot of your money on a bunch of different projects and not realizing you don't have a means to fund them. Like, since you don't have commercials. And now they're adding commercials to paid services now. And people are just like, what? At this point, go back to cable.
It is cable. Just with a different name.
Basically, it's turned into that. It's like you might as well just buy any of the other cable packages that are out now that are more or streaming cable packages, like say like YouTube TV or Hulu Live, and just stick with that at this point versus in buying box sets of TV shows. Because a lot of these streaming services, it's like the quality is dipping while the prices are going up, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, it's too much to try to bother with anymore. So many people are opting out of it. So many people are just like, I'm just sticking to maybe one service. Like, and I think Netflix at this point is about to be considered the full winner because it's like more people are just like, I just stick with Netflix. Like, I don't really need Disney Plus. I don't really need Max, because Max is really just nothing. Like, it's just a whole lot of nothing at this point.
And what a fall from grace, too.
For real. It's like, you had prospects. There were so many prospects. Like, we had hope. But man, nosedive once Discovery got their hands on Warner. Ugh. It's just been so bad with all the stuff going on. It's just like, where is that light of hope for just a glimpse? Like, we just need a glimpse of hope. Yeah. I mean, there is thankfully the unions fighting right now, so hopefully something comes up from there, and things look better from there. Because it really is rough, especially with the rise of the rise and honestly quick fall of AI. Like, it's just like, I really gotta say, man, AI seemed like it was about to come up and genuinely cause some damage, but I've been seeing so many reports of people saying, yeah, no, it's such a useless thing in the workforce. Like, too many of the people who actually tried to come on as like prompters and shit don't actually know how to do anything. Like, they don't know how to like fix a problem in a program or anything. They just know how to type stuff into the AI and have it do stuff, and they don't know how to make proper corrections. It's like, yeah, the fraud, the scam's finally being discovered, finally. So that's silver lining, at least. Ugh. That was a long-winded ramble.
Well, it was a conversation that needed to be had.
It is. Ugh. Hopefully times get better. That's really all we can do is hope for better times.
Yeah.
Hopefully entertainment industry gets a second win, and this is just another era of just that like, I don't know, because I know there's always been rough patches in Hollywood a lot of the time where it's like it's just shit after shit after shit and nothing's really good for a while. So I don't know, maybe an upturn. Oh yeah, I forgot they're making a Monster Jam movie. Oh god. With The Rock too. But I don't know, like, I kind of lost my train of thought. Fuck. Damn. I don't know. Hopefully things get better. Like, oh yeah, hopefully Hollywood's eventually about to hit an upturn. I'm hoping, but I don't know. Till then, all we could do is just think about where things are and hope for the best. But with that all said, I do want to say thanks y'all for joining me on this. Thank you to Kiwi. Thank you to Super D for the surprise drop-in.
Yeah, sorry about
no,
that.
Yeah, loved coming through.
Yeah, don't apologize, D. You were good. It was fun. Got a good conversation out of you. I do want to say, for the channel update, yeah, just be sure to go to the Stream of Thoughts channel to be able to keep up with this. I might rename the channel Stream of a Thousand Thoughts. I don't know. Let me know in the comments of the stream when I upload it. But yeah, thank you all for joining me on this. I look forward to more content coming later and just more live streams in the future. Until then, always remember, it's just a thought.